One more again, got us here. Opportunity to see about getting this thing right. And, whew, it's that time now. Isn't that right? Time to do self-examination, self-preservation, so we can get this salvation. That's what we're here to work on. Make sure we got this thing according to the rule. I don't want no guesswork about this. I want to make sure we got it just like the man said it. I made no mistake, it's definitely wind up and coming to a close. It's just a matter of what side you're on at the end of the day. As we come along, I don't know about you guys, but lately, he's definitely giving us things to consider, to look at, to reassess and make sure where you're at the end of the day and how far you're willing to go. Particularly when we looked at the immersion, the importance of immersion and how it plays a part of being born, our second birth being born from above. And the same way he had to do it in order for him to enter in, he left us that perfect example so we know exactly, or complete tamim, to know exactly how we ought to walk. As he told the first ones you received of us, how you ought to walk. I know you guys really kind of led to your lob, which you should, because it's definitely critical. I know a lot of people still struggling with a lot of things, But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be struggling with nothing that puts you outside of salvation. Struggling with and being overcome with, I think, is a little different. It's a different when you kind of combating things that come at you. There's a difference when you combating them, but the things are overcoming you. The thing, even the book teaches about the whom a man is overcome, the same one he brought into bondage under. A man conquer you and beat you, then he controls you. And when you allow Satan to come in and beat you out and manipulate you, whether it's with living an inferior life than what he prescribed for us, not meeting all the mandates, protocols that he set for us, then that's who you control by. And you can say Yahuwah or call on Yahuwah or call on Yahushua, but there's no real significant value in it for you simply because the person that overtook you, that control you. You're giving in to Kataim. You can call on Yahuwah, but you're still in bondage. The purpose of when they came out Mizraim and he looked at, you don't really find them calling on Yahuwah, not until they got out. We don't have the reference writing that they were calling on him before, because when you actually look at it, it don't make sense. You already had a master. When you call on Yahuwah, then you're acknowledging him for being your refuge. You're acknowledging him for being, your Adon, your master. And when you serving something else, it doesn't make sense. That's why he told him before. He said, "Why call me Adon Don?" Well, he told them to come out and do a three-day muhad. So it makes sense that they couldn't go out and keep it. They were gonna call him Adon. Like Big Lee said, that don't make you a son. And, these are the things, I really want us to kind of make sure that we're on top of, because make no mistake, we leaving him sooner than you're thinking. You might think you got time and you feel all right today, but it's always tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll be dead. Every one of us come tomorrow, you'll be dead. If you wake up and you see today, the next day coming, make no mistake, tomorrow you'll be dead. Just remember that. You living today, tomorrow you'll be dead. You just keep living enough todays, it'll be tomorrow. Y'all got it? So that's why we got to make sure that we land this whole thing to our lives and we're really considering this, because there's a lot of different ways to go when it comes down to salvation. Not saying all roads lead there. I'm not saying that. But everybody looking at different ways. People looking at what fits them or what fits them from, rather from a racial profile, or from a language, or from just whatever. People trying to use all kinds of things. You got people tell you Mizraim is where all the knowledge is, where all the truth is, which makes absolutely no sense, but that's what you want to take. That's what you take. You got people tell you Europe, and people, everybody argumentative. People tell you the knowledge is here. So everybody's trying to solidify themselves with trying to find a designated place, but our book writes Jerusalem. That's our city. That's what we're looking to get back to. That's the premise of establishing how he set up his Malkuth based off of how Jerusalem was set up. All the riches, everything there, the wealth, the health, everything was there. And that's what we're doing just like Abraham. We're seeking a city. As the book declares, whose builder and maker is Alahym. We're not seeking no city these people style. I'm not trying to seek the temple that Shalum built. That temple, all that stuff been torn down. You know what I'm saying? For a reason. But the Malkuth Alahym that Yahushua established, he set up one without end. Y'all got it? I'm not trying to go on no cruise and try to find no Garden of Eden. If there's anything to it, he'd have left us in it. He got man out of it for a reason. He took the tree, the ox of Cain, and he took it out of there. A tube of knowledge, and he got it away from us for a reason. Now we got to come back and we got to get this with understanding. And we're not trying to be a thief when it comes down to trying to steal it. We're trying to submit ourselves and acknowledge that where it starts at in our lives. That's your first place where you got to go. The same thing you'll learn when you look with any of these traditional followings that you'll do. It all started in the law. He said with the heart. What did he say? What did he do with the mouth? I don't know why they confessing there's nothing in their heart. That's how you start anything, is start in your heart. Just like with self-examination, it's start in your heart. Everybody knows where they at. Nobody got to tell you where you at. Nobody got to tell you a sinner. Nobody got to tell you ain't living right. Everybody knows that. People can lie to themselves and tell themselves what they want to do. We come along, we're trying to do self-examination, make sure where you at before you get out of here. Things happen to every one of us for a reason, because he's trying to get man to consider. I know you might think it's because he hates me, that's why. No, he hates what you're doing, he needs you to consider. Sometimes it ain't that you're doing things that might be far out there. Some people, it ain't like I'm fornicating, commit adultery. It's little things that you might count little, he don't count them little. All of them the same to him. A little liar and a big child molester the same people to him. We don't let people degrade people like that. I mean, it ain't, he don't look at none of it like that. He said all Rosha, which is all unrighteous. He said all of it is kata. All of it is kata. So it's to a point that we all really sat back to consider to make sure where we're actually at and what you're trying to do. I know this is something you guys hear, every week, but it's imperative we get it right. We ain't trying to be like no other groups. We ain't trying to interlock with another group. I mean, it's truth out here. We don't have all of it, and nobody else have all of it. We just want to make sure we're on the right path to salvation. We ain't trying to get on no march to go kill white people, Chinese people, or so-called Jewish people. If anybody want to acknowledge Alahym and follow, I say I'm on to it. Nobody have no right to keep them. I don't know where people come up with that from. If we had it with the wrong mindset, I don't know how nobody had it. What man got the right, and what book what passage can you find the book saying you control the right to who get in? You control what race get it. Why would he put that in the hands of another man? Right. We saw what happened when we got things in the hands of man now, from Europe to America. The whole world is discombobulated. This is designated by Alahym. Alahym see fit to save a man. It's in his hand. He gave Cuff the keys to the kingdom. He gave it to him then and said, whatsoever you loose, show me whatsoever you bound. So I gave you the key. But when Cornelius wanted to get in, he said and told him to go there, and don't you doubt nothing. Don't you doubt nothing when you get there. He said when he got there, Alahym had showed him not to call no man common or unclean. When he sat down and he heard these men speaking and heard them speak in the language, he stood there and them folks said, can any here forbid that these should not be immersed as well as we was? He asked the other Yahudim with, can anybody forbid him? He said, can anybody stop him? Now, if that man had the keys, he can't stop him. I don't know how no Hebrew Israelite group going to keep nobody out. All I need to see is your name and where he said he gave that authority. I don't control no authority keeping no other race out. It's time for it to get rid of this stupidity. Just because you black don't mean you one of the people. That's another misconception people done gave you. We from North Africa, South Africa, East Africa, West Africa. Which part of Africa you from? Everybody just keep calling something a name, but people don't really know what they're talking about. They don't even know the place. And then the names you're going to use aren't even names that they actually used at the time. That's the only problem you got when you use them. Those weren't the name they used. So that's going to be another issue you're going to have. You calling something that was not the original name of it. See, a lot of times these people give us different things and we kind of run out and we just kind of jump behind a lot of things and start following. Our whole end is just make sure we get true. That's the knowledge, that's the path we're on. We're just trying to get true. Truth going to overwhelm everything else. Truth is what you're going to use to solidify whatever it is you're doing. You don't want to just go with, I got a gut feeling. I'm not saying I have no gut feeling. I wouldn't come here for no gut feeling. You know how many times my stomach locked up and I had to mess? I can't run off of that. I go to the toilet with that stuff. This is my salvation. I ain't got time to go with no gut feeling or a hunch. I was hunching in the elementary. In the nursery, I was hunching. I ain't trying to go nowhere with that. A hunch? No. It's just what people say. And they got that from TV. The police say, I'm going off a hunch. You can't. That's different when you're going out as a suspect. This is your salvation. It's got everything that's designated that we know about Alahym is written. Yes, sir. Everything you know about him, that truth, is written. Now, why I'm going with my feelings and it ain't written? Everything he told me about him is written the way it's written, but everything I'm doing is based off a hunch and a feeling and an idea. I can't do it. I got to go with his idea. I got to go with his feelings. That's why he said, your way, not my way. Why would I be going with a hunch? Why would I be going with, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of thinking about it. He don't want me to think. He don't tell me. He said, your way, he said, your thoughts ain't my thought. Why would you be thinking anything different? I wouldn't give you direct access to me for you to do no thinking. Now, let me get this straight. I'm not saying for you not to think, to consider when you're hearing, but I don't want to leave that to every man that sit down and just come over here on concoction. I'm thinking about doing something different. He don't want that. He don't need that. He said he's going to set up where everybody should be doing the same thing. How we all going to speak the same thing? We got hunches and inner feelings and guts and dead grandmamas and granddaddy come back telling us stuff. You ain't going to ever get to no truth. Like, there's no way for us to get solidarity like that. So it's important for us to sit down and consider this. Consider everything we've been told, everything people have taught us. It's been for a reason. I mean, you can't even just trust every definition of a word you read. Because everybody has a different notion or idea, and a lot of these people are lazy researchers. A lot of these people are lazy researchers. These people, if you watch, look at these people's sources. These people sourcing this stuff from other people they hadn't even verified they even researched it. Nobody, if I went right now and I started doing searching all the way back to the original right, I'm going to have to start denoting other people research. Because I can't go right back there and find that. If I go right back to where they say, I go right to the top of Mount Sinai, I'm going to find the bush burning. I'm going to find leaves that ashes and scoop them up and say proof. I'm going to find burnt tree stump. I'm going to find tablets. So I'm going to have to go and do what? Find some other person who did research before me, who wrote something, and then I'm going to have to go what they say. And they went with some other people that wrote something. Then people put their ideas involved. Because some people just let us say, you know, that don't make sense to me. The problem I got with a lot of researchers in this stuff is, what do you believe for the person that did the research? I'm telling you, that's a prejudice. Let me do research on homosexuality and see how much bias you're gonna get. See how much unbiased you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of bias. I don't agree to it, nor do I consign to it. Nor do I agree with, nor do I support it. So what research you gonna get about it? You don't get all of the good attributes of homosexuality? You don't get a free commentary about homosexuality to give you a fair decision to make on it? No, it's going to be prejudice. Now, you tell me somebody that don't believe what I believe went and researched my information and wrote it down and gave it to me, and they're fair and unbiased. It's the direct truth. Exhausted when they did it. How much time you think we're putting in searching out to write a book about sisters? I'm gonna try to spend months and years of research and data and interview. It ain't gonna take long. They're a faggot. Right. Right. You're a bulldigger. Right. I know this. Right. You nasty. Yeah. Where I'm getting all of it from? My opinion. Because that is my opinion. See what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put no whole lot of research and try to find out no goodness and no how you can prosper being homosexual. You won't get that from me. I might give you a little snippet maybe because I want to sell a book or something, but basically everything you're gonna get gonna be prejudice because I don't subscribe to it. Right. So you tell me the people that give me the information on how to enunciate my word, all the history of my word, they were non-biased and they were giving me a fair and direct opinion and direct from what they found was true. No. Man, I told you clearly, everyone that did it, they're Methodist. They're Presbyterian. They broke out from Catholicism and were still under Catholicism. They never left Catholicism. They just took another view of it. Catholicism started the way it is, and they always held consigned to homosexuality. That's why the church keep them. It don't make sense. We say, why the church got so many sisters? Let me see, Catholicism. That's why the Presbyterian church broke off, because they got sick of the priests and the boys. Yeah. So everybody jumps around now. You know, man, you go to church, there's always a sister on the keyboard. No, couldn't figure that. You know, the sisters all in the choir. You know, somebody can tell you, them preachers be gay too. I wonder where this come from. I am so confused. How did homosexuals get? Because people lazy. People don't want to research to know. People want to act like it's some phenomenon that broke out. People have always been homosexual. This ain't new. Our book get right into it. Our own people subscribed were going over with people that were homosexual. That's why they tell us, come out from among them and be. You got to be separate. Being separate is not just in the way that we thinking that we come inside the building and we run these people down. You're going to have to deal with these people out here, but you still got to be able to keep a stance for what you believe. I was talking to my wife earlier about getting monetized. Did anybody listen to the show last night? Did you ever tell them about being monetized and things you can't use, the V word, vaccination, you can't say COVID, said make up another name for it and call it. I said, well, at this point, I can see where you just sell out. That's not me. YouTube can have it. I'm just not going to do it. I ain't doing it for TV, I ain't doing it for YouTube. I'm not listen, I'll be flat with y'all. I work as much as I work because I don't want to preach for money. This is the difference on certain things. I work and do what I do to make my money. I got a trade, I got a skill that I use. This is what I do. This is my life. This is what I do. And it's uncompromising and unwavering. I can't afford to, when I open my mouth, something going to hold me back and I ain't going to get paid. That don't work. Other people can do that. We can't say gay because see, this is how we lost a lot of our performers, lost a lot of people that stand. None of these people out here are original now. Everybody, this is how they got us. YouTube, when I was on YouTube for a lot of these folks I was on YouTube way before these people. Y'all know that for years I was on YouTube. And it wasn't about monetizing, it was the views and people come. They start looking at how to make money with it. Get advertisers and say, listen, these videos are getting 25,000, 300,000. Some of these people get $1 million. You attach a commercial to it, get them some money. They also brought in to control you. Because now when the same thing with these people now, a lot of these guys left from these shows they got where, y'all know these reality shows? Notice where all I went to, YouTube. They all living together. Then they make them. Bryce had a friend, real good friend of his. He believed something similar to what we did. He did something one day, and him and Bryce fell out. Bryce told him. Bryce said, man, I seen you do it. He said, man, you sold out. He was pissed. He said, I take care of my family. You talking? I said, man, that's you. He said, man, I seen you do that. He said, man, you just done sold out. Man, he hit Bryce back later and told him. He said, man, you were right. And see, that's what they're doing. All these people monetized, they all sold their soul. Because now you start looking, listen, they're going to cut you for 90 days. You think about that, I'm living off, just say I'm making $2,000, $3,000 a month. Now they hit me and say they're going to cut me off for 3 months. Now I'm going to have to look at it. When I come back, I can't say that. Tom Smith keep low rating. They'll keep shadow about me. I like being my own man. Okay? I like being my own man. I don't need these people money that, I got to play can't say COVID. Let me say aristocrat or something. I'm not finna play no word game. It's COVID. I'm a grown ass man. Why I can't say COVID? That's what's out here. He can say it when he want. He can say, come get the COVID test. But I can't say it. Don't say see it. Don't say vaccinated. I'm going to say COVID and vaccinated. They can block it, whatever they want to do. Mr. Hood done already designated. Who going to get, they're going to get it anyway. Whoever kicked me out, it because he done, listen, let me tell you a secret. When he get ready, he going to shut it all down because he done with who he going to take in. I don't have no control over that. But one thing he know, I'm going to say it. Ain't nobody white and black going to sit on me to control my mouth. I just don't do, I like being my own man. I don't need nothing. I tell my wife, I said, now, if you want to monetize, you want to do that, I said, y'all can lose my number. I said, I don't do it. I'm always be my own man. Nobody going to control me. I tell that rock and roll, nobody write no speeches for me. I'm my own man. What you see is what you done got. Ain't what you get, that's what you done got. Not these folk control, they'll never, listen. This is the problem I try to get it across in a way, because I know everybody's different. This is how they get it from Instagram, from Twitter, to YouTube, to Facebook. Everything controlled now. They'll get you by calling it misinformation. No, we don't want the truth. They call the truth, but the book told you one of them they called good evil. They call it, so if people dying from the COVID vaccine, and I was like, cut it off, that's bad. You calling, you saying the COVID vaccine is good, and you got the records yourself and the number showing people dying. And you calling it good. The man done told me woke, and I'm going to support it by calling some funny name to get by so I can make some money. This make me no better than you. That's right. You already lying to get money. Now I'm going to got to call a truth a lie and don't call the truth out for what it is so people know and make up some funny name. Somebody don't know what I'm talking about, and somebody go ahead and get poisoned by it. Don't make sense. But that's why I say with me, I never get but so much. But I'm going to still get mine. I'm going to grind. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to do it. While y'all was sleep turkey, I was at work. I went to bed at 3 o'clock, 7 something I was up. My wife said, I'm going to work. So I said, I got to grind. Let somebody, I ain't got no, I got to keep moving. I got to keep going. I know you were resting, so then you know a lot in. I got to get it. Listen, I'm 7 days. I'm 7 days. It's rare. I take a day. I might do something Sunday. We might do something here and there. Man, I'm trying to get it, man. I'm trying to get ahead. I know this white man want to stop my mouth. This anybody, I'm telling you something. You don't want to be the man I am. The man I am, it'll make you have to work too hard. Be the man you are when you don't have to do the whole lot. The man don't bother, he'll leave you alone. I'm just man, he ain't gonna never leave me alone. He gonna stay on my back. He gonna make up something. He gonna send me something, create something, because he know I ain't gonna shut up. He not gonna hold me down. I'm not gonna let him stop. Too many people need the truth. Too many people count on people that have integrity. I'm being that too many preachers start out there saying, and I used to wonder, preachers say, I used to be like you when I was your age, thought I knowed everything. I used to say, why they say that? Because they'd be sold out and they be hoping maybe I'll go on and sell out early so they don't be out by themselves. So here go a young man, still towing the line, still standing on the same thing. They say, oh, he used them words. Still ain't cheating on nobody, still with the same woman going 28 years. Y'all hear me? Yes, sir. I ain't molesting no kid. Right. They ain't got me in no lie and ain't swindling none of these folks out no money. I don't know what the folks talking about. That's right. I still believe in one Alahym. The stuff he done told you was wrong, you done got the white man definition of everything. What he gonna what you think my enemy gonna tell me? He used the same word. Right. He used the same word and tell you it's wrong, because that's what they do to scare you up. You know how many people gave up and quit? Religion called that white man? Because of lies he told them. His preacher, his deacon, his mother boy, all used the same word, and they sat there and played it like a fool. And we ran out and said we were going to hell. You said about he gonna go to hell, y'all. Folk gave up because this is the misinformation he gave. Hell is a Greek word. What's bad about the word hell? This is the bad part you got about hell. How many of y'all told hell was a bad place? Come on. How many of y'all told hell was a bad word? Good. Because that was the original name of the Greeks. Hellenes. Pure hell. That's the name of the Greeks. Greek was not an original name. They were Hellenes. Most people don't even know that. That's what they get you with. The word hell come from them. That's a fictitious word they made. This is the Hellenes. And then you say it, all of a sudden now you're going to hell. Because who gave you your information? See, they killed us now because they got the books. People got to go find the books. You got to go in the library, get a chance to go there. Libraries weren't. Most people know. How many of y'all don't know what the nearest library is? Tell the truth. Now everybody know what a library is. Thank you, sir. From where they stay. Yeah, How many of y'all don't know where the nearest library is to you? I got an idea where one is. I know where one is down in Cummings over here in what you call it, but it ain't clear. I wouldn't try to walk to it. Because we don't go there anymore. There's no reason for us to go. But I'm going to tell you what he got away. Yeah, no, that's not the truth either, honestly. That man agree or disagree the same. I don't know, the man can. I don't know, at least that's what you be telling. You said if you're preacher, I switch up on it right. He said, oh, listen, Justin, do something. He said, Lee, go on tell preacher. He said, you're a boy, go on tell her. He said, Jay, you know how I am with preacher now. He said, Jay, I'll switch up on you. Leave me. He said, Jay, you know how to, he said, I'll switch up on you now. He like, go ahead. He be waiting on, he be like, go ahead, Lee, tell him, Lee, go ahead, Lee. He said, I'll switch up on you. He said, I told you now about preacher, I'll switch up on you. So I just saw, is it that fast like that? That man said, online, yeah. I said, that's not true. He said, yep, that's right. He scared me. I think we said, but I'm going to tell you what they did with the online situation. Online gave you what people felt like was enough that you won't go to a library to see. There are some things that are not on the internet you can't find. There are some books that record more information that you'll get off the line. And they count on you to be lazy to do all your research online. You got to go into there and look because he put them there for a reason. No, why don't he just close it down? He should close it down, everything online. Because he know everything online. He got enough online to keep you busy. I don't even use Google. I mean, it's on now. I mean, am I going to teach y'all Google a sin? Yes. No, Google not a sin. It's just they limit you on your search and they control your search. They need you to go on Google so they can keep up with your search. They need to find how many people looking these words up. How many people looking at investigating the history or the origin of themselves or where words root from? Because the typical person in conversation is not etymology. Looking at originate, where stuff, or looking for root words or where things come from. So there are a lot of things that these people are doing to keep us away from knowledge about ourselves. And they use us, they have us to have the ignorant conversation. Like I said, they give you a paper and they clearly ask you other, but you know what you sign. What you sign? African American. He said you sound white. You going to jail. I'll lock you up. If I see you, listen, this me and you, Carson. If I see, let me tell you what I'm going to do. Listen what I'm going to do. If he said by me, and we fill out something, if I check African American, Negro, Sub-Saharan Nubian, into that arbory, and that man put white on them, I'm finna pick up my phone, call the police. I'm saying, it's a nigga in him. I remember a guy did that. Y'all remember that one time? Hold on, I'm gonna say they remember. Y'all remember a guy did that? That's tight. Thank you, Tim. I know I ain't making this up, Emma. There was another guy did. He had the whole thing show that leader. He was a nigga too. He said, he was a nigga in transition. He showed me. He put out his idea and showed it to him. He said that. It said he was a white man. I looked at it. I said, you going to jail? Let me tell you how the stuff works. Listen, I'm just telling you how people don't realize how they trap you up on stuff like that. These people will get you because this is a fake idea at this point. Yeah. They have to see it's stuff you have to do, and you have to be smart about it. Because, you know, when you're playing with colors don't really define, this is where people mess up at. Nobody is calling themselves by these colors except for the so-called Negro. Yeah. Just being honest, everybody, you're denoted by your region. You always know people, that's why people don't do this. Mexicans don't call themselves, Hispanic, Puerto, do y'all put white, Puerto Rican, black, that you know of? You put Puerto Rican, denoting the region. Nobody does the color. So a lot of stuff that we try to do, you say they do? Exactly, because people don't realize you're known by your region. Even from what they'll call biblical principle, your region. See, white people, our captors, got everybody disarrayed, calm people. Let me be honest, when you seen a yellow person? The white man, the red man, when you seen a red, just be a person, come on. The red man, a lot of stuff they did. When they talk about Dawood, they talk about their cheeks were reddish. And how Yahushua cheek got reddish, it's just like we do somebody with a long enough beard. Him, just how them, I ain't gonna do it, but him. If I pulled and snatched on his beard enough, it would become bruised red. That was how in color. Just a red man, he got to be muddy like Adam was. So a lot of stuff these people try to go and take you, it's a slight tint. These people walk around like somebody was crimson. Right. I said, man, even when you read in the book of Yeshayahu, they told you about him, who did that came down from Adam? Who was what? Red in his appearance. And they told you, what did they tell you he was red as like? Like somebody had been in a wine press. When you get in here and you crushing grapes, and he was like that because he was bloody, he was bleeding. This was not this man's tint color, his skin. So when a lot of stuff that we do, it hurts us. And it really hurts your plight. Because white people, this is what they'll do. They'll give you a nigga just enough rope to sit him out there and hang yourself. Yes, sir. They do. They like the Moors. Everybody, they just leave him out here. That's not your original name. The name is actually an insult to you. It's not. A lot of stuff these people do, they just go. White people just sit back and look at you. This was not your name in North Africa. But see, they give you stuff and they give you enough room. It refers to black. Why would we name ourselves something black? That don't make sense. A lot of stuff these people give us, we now say because of our region. They were Mizraim. That was the land of their fathers. All the stuff we did was named after region, and they denoted to a certain particular characteristic or riches or whatever was there. Nobody denoted them about the color. It wasn't, but you know, this kind of one thing we get ourselves in now. We white when we black, and we ain't no better than these folks. They not white. This boy, tell me what white man you know look like that boy. Jessica, can I borrow you if you don't mind? I just want to borrow you. Can I borrow you for a second? Now, how many of y'all been to kindergarten, did colors? How many of y'all learned color? Can you just stand that boy for a second? I'll stand that boy. You see that phone? It don't mean either one. To the side. What color is this? White. Y'all sure? What color is this? This man. So it's that pink beige. But it's really not white. It's not white. And these people get us saying this stuff. I just make, a lot of times we do. And let me tell you what hurt us. Because we refer to ourselves, everybody refer to themselves by these colors, that's what brings a lot of our segregation. We all human. Nobody drew themselves. They'll call Chinese and Asian people yellow. People not yellow. It don't make no sense. We seen yellow in school. That's not yellow. We start calling people this stuff because they show you, they train us to be stupid. Send us to school, give us colors. Purple, green, yellow. We got all this stuff. Now we just calling people black. This stuff was up. Come on for us. How many of y'all remember y'all colors? Stay on this side for me. How many of y'all know your colors? Let me see your hand. Hold on, put your hand down. I don't need no game. How many of y'all know your colors? You ain't stupid and you know your color. This is a black woman. But you see what I'm saying? I know people say, you know what? No, I really don't know what you're talking about because this is not a black woman. And then Jesse, he go sign a paper and she put on here she's a black female. This is retarded. She's not black. When they describe, you good, sweet. When they describe when the writer in the book of Shir HaShirim, they're called Song of Solomon, she told you about what color she was. Didn't she? What she said, she was Shakur? And she told you what she referenced it to. To the tints of Kedar, how dark those tints were. To let you know how dark her color was. She referenced it to something. Y'all got what I'm saying? And she let you know she was not ugly. They give you that symbolism to make us think that dark black is ugly. Now they got light-skinned people going around saying they black giant. He would have to sign, let me borrow you for a second one. He would have to typically buy the paper. He got to sign that he was black. Negro. Now you say African American. But see, a lot of these names take away a lot of your character as well. The correct name, if I'm correct, for Africa would be Al-Kabilan, would be the proper name would be for Africa, which would be the mother of mankind. Africa is a white man's word. Oh, you shocked again. That's a white man's word. That's why he'll tell you he's an Afrikaner, meaning that he's from Africa. Now that makes much sense as you black. He gives you words, he makes up for you, he gives them to you. These are Latin words he gives you. Hello? Yes, sir. They're looking right, they're looking mighty crazy now. Why would he teach you anything about yourself? Because anything that would teach you about yourself would take away. You got Africa from what that script, a Cornelius Scipio? A Scipio, I can't call this Afrikaner, which means from Africa. Does that make sense? That that man come over from Rome, Greece, Spain, and you say you from Africa? They gave him name after they conquered Africa. That's not good. That's how they do it. Just like they came here, they conquered it. You know the Indians used to call this America. They would walk around, I am America. Welcome to America, white man. That makes just plenty of sense. That the region never had a name until a white man came. What you think in history gonna show? What was this called before he got him? He'll teach you everything. What history do you have about what he called America before he came? Let me ask you a question. That is funny you laugh about it. You laugh because that makes sense. That it was. What history you think I'm gonna have before he came? Nobody existed till the white man came. We had been here before he was here. We have writing, we have artifacts to prove we have been here. Yet, when you look at his writing, his history, we're not recorded. We're not recorded that there were over 300,000 free blacks before the Civil War. Wow. Everything about us happened when he came. Over 300,000. We were already free people. We were free before slavery. We already had been here and out trading. We were in Mexico before they had Mexicans. We already in the reason there's proof, there's artifact to show proof of our existence. The building structure, he'll never show it. Every time he show you Mexico, he's going to show you a canteen. He's going to show you a Corona beer. He's going to show you a cactus, and he's going to show you desert. He's going to show you dead bodies. That's Mexico. Why would I show you you? You would think too much about yourself. You would start to look at yourself differently. You know what? They treat us just like they treat people in New Orleans. A lot of people had never left till the storm came. They didn't know there's another world out here. Can you imagine living in a little city like that and thinking, that's the whole world right there? That everybody operate the same way they do. Cheap liquor, poor living, piss poor wages. That's what he do when you don't sit around and you have to culture yourself. See, the information that we have to get about ourselves, you can't count on your oppressor to give it to you. Everything he gives you, you have to go back and you got to check hard, because he told you Africa is the word, and this is the word, and this is the place. That's what it's always been. That's your captain. What are you going to tell me? That's a Latin word. They didn't have a language before they met the Latins. The European created their history. So like the Moors, they run around. Yeah, the people existed. They did go there and fight them. But what do you think they do? They gave them another name. They took a name on, and that's where they been going. That nigga around here talking about you more. You right. You more stupid. Yep. You more dumber. Yep. You more broke. Yep. You more sicker. Yep. You definitely more. You definitely more. That's right. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. Only thing you ain't got it, blues. More better. Don't worry about it. I can't do it so much. I'm going to take it on the road now. That's it. But and I say that to say to our people that there's a lot about our history that we don't know, that we need to know, and it helps us in our plight for our religious foundation. Everything needs a religious foundation. We need it. It's just practical. You need a religious foundation. Whatever people want to subscribe to them, make sure it's safe. I wouldn't sign off on these religions out here. I just wouldn't sign off on them. I wouldn't. But every man gonna have to find his own pathway. Y'all got it? This is a pathway, and you got to sit down. You got to be practical. That's being honest. I'd be a fool to tell you this is the only pathway. I believe it's the only right one. I won't tell you it's the only one. That one makes sense. Even your book to say stay ye in the what was it? But I'm gonna say this the only way. That don't make sense. I believe this is the only truth way. I couldn't tell you this is the only way. I'll be telling you a lie. Okay? Now, when you watch these religions, I will tell you this. I need to find the ancient of what you're doing. That's all I need to do. Let me find the ancient and see how similar in proximity you are to the ancient. Can you even read your ancient writings? Like, oh, we can go back. Periodically, I'll put the pictogram up. That's our oldest writings. We need to be able to identify, and from a culture standpoint. You're saying culturally I need to be able to fit it in. See, a lot of these times these people they don't have a culture with what they're going to go and pick up. And you're not even in proximity to what you're doing. You don't have a belief to that understanding. You know what I'm saying? Everything we're doing, he came to get. He said, and I'm going to give you a rod. You ain't going to believe it. Oh, and what are you going to do? All y'all do the math. Do you get knowledge? Do you get a range of information? Do you get understanding? All right, that's all I'm telling you. Check for yourself. They still waiting on it. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of study people going to. Listen, I tell people get a gun to protect themselves. I don't tell you get a gun to go out here. I don't believe it's I don't think it's in our best interest at this time for us to take up arms and war with other people. I think the war we need to fight is among ourselves, and a lot of it is stupidity we've done, the destruction we've done to our own home. I'll give credit to our oppressor. When I'm saying giving credit, what belongs to him or what he's done to us. You got it? But then there's damage we do to ourselves. Now, if we can agree that he's oppressive, he's destructive, that he's not of the truth, and he won't tell you the truth, then why wouldn't you try to familiarize yourself? Why wouldn't you try to change your action? Because you resemble him too much. You'll take a lie too. You'll follow a lie, you'll tell a lie, you'll live a lie. Same thing he'll do. So if you hate him that much, or you hate what he does that much, you ain't got to kill him. And most of them want to go kill him is because you see yourself in him. It don't bother me for a white man to exist. Don't bother me for I don't have to wipe out no race for me to feel better about myself. I just been with it. They don't take nothing from me. Listen, you do you. I ain't got to go kill out no another race so I can feel better about myself. Yes, and it makes absolutely no sense. I just practically thinking, why do I have to kill everybody else wrong for me to feel good about being right? You got to know for yourself. Listen, there's a lot of information out here, and a lot of information will spin you on whirlwinds, and it's designed to get you started off with truth, then it'll spin you off some way. Certain things just don't make. Everybody just take off your clothes and just start having sex with each other. Just don't make sense. There's a lot of things just in contrary that just show you that's just not a sensible, logical way to do things. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense with a mate, how they work. Even the animal kingdom, you'll find somewhere. They'll keep a mate. They might look at Ari. Ari keep it, and she going to stay right there with him. And she ain't going to stay with another. You know when she going to give it another one? Just like when he die or he get gone. She ain't going to get another one, not while he living. Not while he down. Animal culture got certain rules that that follow better standard than we follow. It's bad when animal kingdom beat you out. Y'all got it. It's just being honest. It's just practical what they're doing. He's going to stand and be a defender to his pride too. And he's going to put it like, I ain't finna kill myself on. He'll put his life on the line. They'll tell you a lie that he'll sleep 23 hours a day. No way possible he's sleeping 23 hours a day. He'll sleep in the daytime for a reason. One is hot. Another reason he got to look at, hey, he needed rest. When he get up, when he rouse up, I'm getting up for the kill. Make no mistake, I'm getting up for the kill. I want the choice seat at the table. I'm taking it, I'm eating to my full. Because you know what I got to look at? You got to think about it every day that man walking. Every day he living Ari. It ain't a guy. It's a group of guys waiting to come in here to take this. Can you imagine that? Every day. You can pop up and then 3, 4 of them sitting right here. And the call to let you know, Dave, I'm just using, you can leave or we can kill you. Now, Dave got to consider, I got these cubs in him. I need my lineage to keep going. You don't have to kill me. He willing to put his life on the line. He'll battle, he'll fight 3, 4, and everybody looks at that stupid. So I'm gonna take the walk. That man gotta live with a scar, a torn, wherever it might be, for the rest of his existence. That's every day. Listen, every day, every week, every yard, he's got to deal with somebody looking to come here and take this from him. So when he rises up, he look at, I got to put his heart ain't but so big. And he look at, I'm gonna give it everything I got to try to kill you before I let you come here and take something from me or kill one of these or hurt one of these or y'all. That's a lot to put on the line. So you got to look at when he put himself out there, he put it out to defend. That's what he told us. We supposed to be here to defend. We dropped the ball, gentlemen. We dropped the ball. These Cubs need us. They need us. I'm just being out. We dropped the ball. I mean, listen, we done ran and we left. We run to get drunk. We run to get the other women. We failed. We failed. We have failed. Ari had taught us and Aria had taught us how a community can work together. Y'all said resourceful, they can work, they can build together. A lot of stuff he just can't do because it made it stick out, it show. He looks foolish trying to hunt you on a plane. You see that big head joker so far away, you like, come on, man, it look ridiculous. Ain't no way you don't care. I'm saying you sitting way back out of that door. I said, big giant man, I already know to get gone. I'm not finna wait on you to get her. She can barely crawl. She ain't got nothing, she can ease up on you and get the kick, you know what I'm saying? She get the pound. But when he come in to help her kill and take it down. When he come in, he gonna give it everything he got. If you grab it, if you hold it, when I get down, I'm gonna give it everything I got to tear it down and kill it so we can eat. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? That's what he put on the line, and we've lost that. The fact that he referred to her like that. If it's 1, if it's 4, if 5, he look, you can watch this. If y'all ever watch no jail, you can watch this time, he look, and you can see him, he got a lot he got to put. Can you imagine the in your mind? You got 4 guys with guns. Say here, man, listen, man, go ahead and walk, man, and let her get your wife and your kids and kill them. We're going to kill your kids so we can get your wife and get her pregnant and start. How you take that conversation? You got to look at, you know how how hard I worked to establish this? I beat another guy to take this down. Because he couldn't stand. I'd be damned if you'll take it from me. Look at her now. He done suckered us out. He done punked us out. And look at our kids. Look at our house. Look at our marriage. Look at our lives. Because we so afraid. He look at, man, for him, he'll put on the line. If I die in battle and I take this bastard out with me and they can keep going. He looking how important it was to put his seed out here to keep his lineage going. We don't look at that now. We got to establish our lineage. White people do it. That's why they teach their kids their history. That's why they go through and they keep old letters and old pictures to show their kids so they can keep their lineage going. Your great-granddaddy was in the war. He was a killer. You want to make sure they keep that same mindset to keep it going, and you keep going too. What do we have to leave our kids about our history, about ourselves? Post-Civil War. That's going to be fallible. See, everything, you don't have anything. What you got, Dr. King, Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey won for us. He was a Jamaican. You really don't have no history. Now, all the people you're going to try to put and find, you got to find from somewhere else to say they came over here. What if they make it look like we've done nothing while we were here? It ain't just about the fight. It's the brilliance of our people, our writers. You know what I'm saying? We got so many people that have done so much, added so much to our culture. You know what I'm saying? In medicine, in discoveries, you know what I'm saying? Fact finding. We got brilliant. Don't just look at just fighters. Look at all the beauty of what we have. White people, look, they're going to acknowledge Beethoven. They ain't just going around looking at Jesse James. They don't look at Einstein. You know what I'm saying? These people, they're going to look at all these Sigmund Freud. One of these people, all these psychologists sit around and follow. And the man himself didn't even believe in them. But that's a whole nother story. Freud felt like a lot of one nothing but a scam. Who would know better? Who would know better? And now I've never seen so many people cut now go to psychiatrists. I just never seen it before in my life. Our older breeds just went, you know what, you learn what you dealt, like they came up, you learn to deal with it. You had people that stuck on it, just like they said, but that's not healthy. A lot of stuff y'all talking about, this is life. Well, y'all young people come up with this millennium stuff. I need a psychiatrist. Trip and fall. Nigga, quit being clumsy. Everything is doctor, pill, get me help. This is life. You don't get no better than this. This is life. You deal with it. There's no handbook to teach you how to take on everything in life. Because you'll run into some stuff I'll never see. I'll run into some stuff you'll never see. You just got to know how to deal with it. And that's going to be with self-grounding. You got to have a determination. And then everybody keep looking for somebody to tell them something. You couldn't how one person going to sit here and know all this? They're going to know every person. They taught you in a school in 4 years how to deal with everybody's situation. Scam. Scam. I can run circle around the best one you can get. I run circle around the best one you can find. I guarantee I run circle around them. I got experience. You can't know every situation. You just got, man, this is life. Life, I mean, that's what makes it precious. It's got its moments that is great. You can be at the high of happiness, and you can be at the sadness of defeat. But you learn to take the balance. So I'm down and out. This ain't always been my life. I've been up. Then I learned to strengthen myself from my up, to pull myself back up. This life. I mean, come on, for the economy like this. If people start learning, it crash, let everything go, then it back up. It does it all the time. Won't everybody just throw away money? This life, come on. Who thinks that life is going to stay, everybody's going to keep, it doesn't. That's how the cycle works. That's why you put up, that's why you make preparations. It's life. I get pissed at some stuff that how I can't spend a whole lot of time. I had to keep moving. The time I spend too long, y'all have said, bathe in it, do something stupid, think on stupid stuff, don't recover. Man, I'm gone. I gotta go. I can't wait no time for that stuff. I won't get nowhere. I can't keep sitting nowhere spinning my wheel. I gotta keep moving. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. Man, you gotta be, listen, I'm 4-wheel driving when it come to living. The mud puddle I gotta get out of it. Yes, sir. I gotta be able to get out of it. That's bottom line. This life. What do you expect? It's life. You learn, first, I got to secure and get you grounded for yourself. That's how you learn how to take on these embattlements and how you learn to get yourself out of. You sit on stuff too long, let stuff beat you up. You start blaming. I ain't blaming everybody in no life for what happened. That's retarded. I ain't blaming nobody that molested me years back. Now all of a sudden I still can't get it right. Nigga, you just mentally dysfunctional. Just stop it. This is life. I can't get up. I can't do nothing because one time I got kicked by my mama. They'll kick you again, nigga. That way it's even. Stop it. It's life. Now you hear the kid 2-3 times, slap in the face. It's abuse. They on Oprah Winfrey. Man, every time I'm going to slap piss out me. I remember one time I took the garbage out. She had that one about me. I said, you B. She didn't know. I didn't know she heard. I was coming to that driveway. She said, what are you talking about? Yo! Slap the piss. I said, the one that was up, she heard me. Slapped the piss out of me. I guess I need to go on one of them shows then. Just stop it. When people get all this mental abuse, just stop it. Women now, they have retarded. Yell at them 2 times. I'm mental. I need a psychiatrist. My mental, just stop it. Just stop it. Lazy heifer. No, you can't fuss at them. You can't just stop it. Now, there are some people that have beat people down and had weapons, did things to them to really just break them down. You got what I'm saying? It's a constant. Somebody yell at you 3-4 times, just stop it. When y'all get married, that's what I'm saying now. I'm going to yell sometime. You're going to be good. I don't like no yelling. I ain't going to be married. I ain't going to be walking through no house like no church mic. I get pissed. I'm shooting to the moon. That's where we going on. Come back and I'm going to land. I'm going to lose it when I land. That's just life. We can keep moving. I ain't got time for that stuff. I don't know where folks get all this stuff from. This is life. This is life. You got to learn how to you got to learn to prepare yourself for certain things. You ain't always looking for the words, but you got to just prepare yourself. This is life. Get what you prepare yourself for. How many of y'all got mothers living? Okay, good. They're going to die. Wait till they die, then prepare yourself. How many of y'all got fathers living? Okay, they're going to die. Wait till they die and get yourself together and lose it. You don't constantly walk around in your mind with it, but you have to prepare yourself to realize this is a part of life. This is a cycle. People come in, people go out. This is life. So you learn how to adjust yourself to it. It don't mean you don't have any hurts, you don't have any feelings, but this life. Life is as good as you got. When you'll go and you'll see other people, you go on the funeral, eventually somebody gonna come to yours. I had an uncle, he didn't go to everybody's funeral. We went to his. It happens. It's just life. You just get in your mind, this is life. That's the thing about it. It's filled with sadness, it's filled with gladness, it's filled with ups, it's filled with downs. It's life. You just get a balance. I don't let the downs keep me down. I keep focusing on the ups. I accept the downs when they come, but I know where I gotta go from here. I gotta go up. Where else I'm gonna go? Downer. I gotta get up from here. You know what they do? I'm down. Stay down. I don't even have that mindset. I can't afford it. And that's why a lot of y'all get ate up so long. You keep ate up. Take your past, take your bad experience, and learn from them. Don't let that happen again. That's the best I can do with them. I can't keep beating myself up about it now. Guess what? You ain't got to worry about me doing that no more. That's what else I'm going to do. I did it. Yep, you done it. I did it. Yep, you done it. I did it. Yep. So how long we going to keep doing that? At some point, we got to move on if you're going to grow. You got to be the decider what you're going to do in your life, how far you're going to go and what you're going to let hold you up and what's going to be your hang-ups. At some point, you got to just make changes. You ain't got to follow no path where you're, well, I'm going to be like my mama, I'm going to be like my dad. Those are choices you choose. You can learn from. Every stuff about my dad I hated, I wound up following, picking up, not being conscious of the things you learn about yourself. Okay, I don't have to do that. I want to do something different. Start mimicking what I wanted to see, what I would have liked to see is what I try to get my kids. They saw a different side of a father than I seen. I seen a good father, but I seen a father that didn't have the teachings on different things of how to do certain things. They got to see a difference. Then I look for them to do what? Implement even better. That's how we make the change. Implement what you don't like. How many of y'all, there was some things from your mother you'd like to sing differently? How many of some things from your father you like to sing differently? And how many of y'all are parents, the people, some of y'all that did it? Okay, are you demonstrating what you'd like to sing? That's all you can do. Everybody, sometimes people take the negative of their childhood and now can't no positive ever come. I don't know how. What you didn't like? What didn't you like? Then do something different. I mean, I ain't never seen it. What you didn't like, though? I didn't like, well, how about you don't want to make sure you don't replicate it? Yeah. What you would have liked to see happen? Well, I'd like to my parents been more affectionate. I'd like for them to told me they love me. I'd like for them to hug more. Well, you do that. Then your kid will find something about you, too, that they didn't like. And they'll go and teach them the same thing. What you don't like, you make the correction. Like the stupid stuff as a kid. I give my kid ice cream all the time. You didn't get no ice cream. No, because you start looking at the airplane. No, you didn't get no ice cream all the time. That's stupid. Yeah. But when you're a kid, what you think? Ice cream all the time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now we say when you was a child, that's how you think. You become an adult, guess what? Then when you get older, you start to rationalize the reasoning to why they did certain things. Whether you agree with it or not, you can understand why. Some of it's the fear of, not want to lose you. A lot of times, my parents were too strict. I mean, because of the fear of. 9 times out of 10, because they was out there, they know what they got away with. They want to make sure you don't do it. You don't scar yourself, mess yourself up. It's easy to criticize a parent when you're a child. Where do you become a parent? Your criticism will come a whole lot less. Because you start saying some of the same stuff. Won't let nobody do nothing. Then you look around, your kids saying that about your behind. You saying, seems like I heard that before. Can't nobody go nowhere? No. Can I go outside? No. Can I look out the window? No. Somebody shooting in there. It'll be blow your brains out. Start the window. When I was coming on, it was a lot safer, but from their generation perspective, it was a lot dangerous. A lot more dangerous. People weren't kidnapping. Who would kidnap folk except for white folk? You walk down a dirt road in the country begging, nobody kidnapping nobody but a white man. Folk had enough bills and problems. I ain't picking up no child. Taking no child home and take care of you. Nigga, please. Kid had no talking about please kidnap me. Like I can't read, and if you said I think, the answer is no. I don't need no more bills. So, you know what I'm saying? You may change it, make adjustment. A lot of times people got to look for you to quit, stop, and blame. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. You just got to love it either way. It's stuff to make you mad. It's stuff being like, man, why this had to happen? At the end of the day, you know what? You're alive. You're on the top side. You ain't on the bottom. Still, you can pull some positive from the negative. And then work to do something different. Don't just go around. I don't go around, just pull some positive. From where? Then do something that makes positive. You know, I know that's where they mess up. I be doing that. Something positive. What are you doing to make that the absolute? If you're doing nothing, then you're going to stay. Don't just sit around and lie to you. I don't sit around and lie to myself about nothing. You know what, Tony? It's just going to get better. From where? How's something just going to get better? That don't make common sense. Unless I do something to agitate to cause it to be better. Unless I start putting roots down for something to be better. Not just going to happen because I'm thinking. Think positive. All you going to do is sit there and think, mess in your drawer. That's what you do better at. Think positive don't do nothing unless you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? You got to be promoting something. Let me tell you. I don't do a whole lot of stuff. I'm not interested in paying nobody to tell me nothing. I'm just not interested. Not saying people can't. What you trying to get? Not interested. I'm not interested in following no foolishness or sitting down somewhere and folding my legs up and sticking my hand. I'm not interested, okay? I'm not interested. All I want is just flat truth. Flat truth. And what you tell me, is that what you do? I don't need nothing you read in no book. Tell me, be flat with me. Where you at? When I talk to y'all, I'm flat. This is where I'm at. You ain't getting no unrecorded statement from no book. This is where I'm at. This is what I do. I'm telling you how I do it. I just gonna let stuff beat me up. Listen, I get pissed, I get mad, and then I just keep moving. People say, I don't know how you don't lose when you look at what I got. I said, at the end of the day, what you gonna do? I gotta start looking at it. I won't get anywhere if I continue to stay here. I gotta start moving to make something else happen because this is here. I gotta start making motion to try to change my situation. That's how that's how I pull myself out. People are like, preacher, how you do it? You just like stuff don't bother you. Yeah, it bothered me. It bothered me enough to make me get up and do something else. That's the difference. You know what they try to do? I'm like, preacher, don't let that bother me. You're gonna be an idiot. I had to put more energy behind something else to work to try to compensate for what didn't. That's the key to what I do. That ain't a book. Nobody ain't taught me. I ain't went no conferences. I ain't paid nobody. I ain't gonna pay them a damn dime. I don't pay nobody no stuff. Man, I'm different than everybody. All right? I'm just flat. I don't have time. I ain't interested in paying nobody for nothing. Too many scams and hustles out here. Now, am I tell you ain't no information out here? There's plenty of information out here. And these are people, skilled trades, and people want their money for them. Pay them and that's what you want to do. I keep a lot of stuff right here. I figured out, I robbed one of y'all niggas once y'all leave one of them conferences. And one or the other go have in it. But I'm just saying, a lot of stuff we don't give enough to ourselves to really try to dig in ourselves to try to find roots and try to really fix some of the stuff that we got without trying to, because like sometimes what'll happen with anything you go to, whether conferences or go to speeches or people go to, what they call it, what are those things they might have? Seminar. A lot of times you go to it, people tell you about things that happen for them, but you gotta be practical. Are they telling me enough that it's practical, it can happen for me? You might be a different type of person. Like somebody said, one time, like a person walk up to me and they would have slapped me right now. I'm so focused at tune. I'm not. I'm thinking about I'm finna kill you because you had to lose your damn mind. When you thought about it, your mind went too far. You put your hand in mind. But guess what? It's some people, that stuff don't faze them because they're so in tune to what they're doing, That's where they going. So while you talking, I already done tuned out because they ain't where I'm at. And that's the key to why you can do what you do. So you got to recognize and respect people for that's where you at. And people need to tell you, I'm so in tune to what I'm doing, I can block out this. Now, is that practical? You can do it. Well, I'm going to try it. You slap me, and this go real sour. Because that's not what, I'm just giving y'all an example to things. Start trying to find what works for you. Because everybody out here in life all do something different. There are people that you can home into what they do. It can work for you. But you got to be practical with yourself. Don't just run away. If they did, I could do it. No, that's not true. And people need to be flat and tell you what they do, how they look at stuff. Some of them people, I get so pissed I'll do something else. You got what I'm saying? That's just, they'll tell you, my kid, I say, I'm going to do something else. Because I'll focus my energy on, I'm going to do something else to counteract this, because I need to get from this place. And I can't get from that place just sitting here thinking. I need to create something. I need to make something happen to make up for this so this doesn't continue to be a strong pull on me. Y'all got it? That makes sense. But that's being practical. See, what I do, I don't let nothing bother me. See, I'm not giving you enough. And then you're going to say, that's what I do. Let nothing bother me. You're going to be a retard. Things bother me a lot. They bother me so much I learned how to counteract some about do something different so it can pull me away from that point. That's how I get away from it. Otherwise, I'm lost. Because I sit on it too long, I'm going to think on it too long, it's going to pull me too far, and I lost time. And time ain't on my side. Yeah, so these are things you got to learn for yourself. Don't just jump and just go somewhere. Hey, come on, I'm finna go to place. You need to go with me too. Where we going? What they doing? I'm just taking, I just can't be, because a lot of things, it ain't that it's not good. Some things don't fit you and you need to know what fits you. And a lot of people don't, they just everywhere. Learn what fits you. You hear certain things, listen, I don't have enough information about it. I'm going to tell you somebody, this guy, he'll make $50 million. And you might run, I like $50 million. I don't know what you did to get it. Right. I can tell you to make 50 in 3 easy steps. I can too. Put your damn hands. I know it's my word. That's it. And somebody who got $50 million. That's the quickest, easy way to get $50 million. And they gotta love their life more than their money. Cause they go sour when they holler, kill me, nigga. Said I hadn't planned that far. Said do that. Let me get back with you. I'm gonna go back to another seminar. The other seminar gonna do how I blow a nigga brain out when nigga ought to kill me. But I'm just saying, really find your niche. And me personally, the niche for me, and I tell you, is my spirituality. Because at the end of the day, nothing makes me. Nothing makes me more than the word does. I mean, that's something you really got to be truthful with yourself. It don't mean you're totally complete, but that needs to be your fundamental foundation for us. That's why a lot of time when I talk about seminar different things, if you ain't got that root ground and nothing going, because I've seen people go to them, they make it happen. But you got to remember where they drive at. They drive in, I'm going to make it work if it kills me. I'm going to do this if it costs me everything I got. That ain't me. So what you're saying won't work for me because I don't have nothing if it going to kill me other than the word. My salvation is my most important I put if it costs me everything, if it kills me. I'm not going to do that about no money. That's crazy. But some people are there and they're successful in what they do because they made that their priority. You guys have to make sure, what's your priority? Just like you mean, what's your priority? Can anybody tell me? What's your priority? Be honest. Say what? This? She said this. Anybody else? Ma'am. And in saying that, now guess what happened? She got to be tested on every end. Yeah, I got to find where a breaking point at. If she said this is the most important thing to me being saved, that means she got to be tried on every end, every factor. Same thing on me, same thing with anybody else. It got to be. Because you got to find out where you at. What's your breaking point? When you say enough is enough, it ain't worth it. I'd rather be out there in the street. Come on, Yahuwah done told you to prove. Yahuwah said, prove me now. So he gave you his word out the rip. And he said, that ain't good enough for you, is it? I do this. Prove me and say. Go and see if there's ever been a people that can say they used to be my people. Go and see if there's ever been a time when I started to go get another people. He said, just check me and see. He said, you're the only people I know. Go find another people that say, oh, yeah, we used to serve him too before. I guess, we broke it, then he got with y'all. He said, never happened. Never happened. Because he wanted you to have, because he knew when you had proof, it gave you confidence. Just like a DA, if I got a case, I got the murder weapon, I got witnesses, I got the evidence. Come on, this is an open shut case. But I ain't got no witnesses, I ain't got no evidence. They're going to be hard to prove. And you know what they'll look at? Someone ain't worth taking to court. I wouldn't serve the man if I ain't have no proof. They got to be open shut for me. I'm putting my life on the line here. I could be doing something else. I ain't one of them people here because I ain't got that. I assure you I got something I could be doing. I put it aside because I ain't got nothing else to do more important than doing this. See, some people will do this because they ain't got nothing to do. I assure you, I am a person that got a whole lot more to do than be sitting here. But it ain't more important than this. Y'all got the sense? So this is where you got to be. But in order for me to do this and to do it with confidence, I got to have proof that this man can do what he say he going to do. I want you to have that proof. I want you to have, you need to have it. Why would you be doing this? You need to have that confidence, not just based off of everything we read, based off of prior relationship, based off of prior incidents that you see. He'll do what he said he'll do. He keeps his word. And you know what happened why most people won't have it? The average person, why they ain't going to have it? Because you really ain't tried him just like he said. Because you know he can't try you just like he said. So you can't know the fundamentals of him. You can't understand how he works because you can't test it because you really ain't where you at to be able to test him. So you'll get inconclusive every time. Why y'all think they get certain people to do tests on certain people? They certified in those areas. You know what I'm saying? They've been trained in how to test and to get evidence and how to pull things. You don't just put that in the hands of anybody. You trying to try Alahym and you know you yourself, you ain't tested enough. You ain't even been tested. You can't be tested. So if I can't be trusted, I can't be tested, what test I'm going to use on him? What test I'm going to do? I'm a liar and a hypocrite. What test am I going to get him to find out where he at? I can't. I'm not even qualified. Because everything I'm going to have to use to test him on, I'm going to first have to be a partaker of myself. Hello? I'm going to see if he'll show up like he said. What that mean I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to wait. Ain't that type of nigga be waiting around. I'm gone. So, see, I knew he wasn't going to do it. That's why, this is why you guys serve the way you serve. On that camera in here, I already know why you serve like you serve, because you're in no position to test him. That's why he keeps, see, in order to test him, there are things you got to be tested on. Right. Hello? Right. Come on, folks. Come on now. Come on, folks. Come on, folks. You got to know where you at. You know what Abraham, test he gave, Abraham had to be tested. I'm giving you a beret that everybody gonna get a benefit from you. That means you gotta be unwavering, uncompromising. You can't be out the filthy lucre. They tried to pay him after he brought back loot them and all the women. He said, listen, man, I won't take as much as a shoe latcher from you unless you say you made me rich. He said, I wouldn't take it from you. That man said, the service I did, that thing was in my heart. You know how many people they do it for money? It was in Abraham's heart. They wanted to pay him. Man, you know how long, man, we were trying to get them folk back. He said, I won't take as much as a shoelace from you. Not me. He said, unless you say you made me rich. He knew how they work. He knew. See, this, I try to teach it him everyone. You can't take money from everybody. How many times I tell y'all no thank you? What was the purpose of Abraham? Why he couldn't take, he did a service? When Daniel was showed the handwriting, and he told him again, say, listen, man, I'm gonna give you not a ring, I'm gonna get you a ring. I'm gonna get you a necklace and a bracelet. I need somebody to read this right. Then y'all looked at that. He said, keep that necklace, that ring, and that bracelet. He said, I'm gonna tell you what their writing say. You know them guys realize that? Them folk not gonna pay me a day and some ain't gonna come back up out of this. I try to teach y'all about that stuff. Cause folks try to pay y'all everything ain't worth it. Just go ahead and keep it. Because folks will have another intent. I'm trying to help this book. Why do you got to take it? It was nowhere in the book it said it was sinful to take. Them guys knew. That's the man Abraham knew. He said, you going to say you made me rich. He said, I already know how y'all niggas is. I get out here and them folks, he knew Alahym Barak. He just didn't even want to come. I just don't want to get tied up with it. They probably say, no, you ain't never got to worry about that. I just rather go on and stay right there. I don't even want to shoelace it. If you see my sandal flop off my foot, just let me walk like that. I don't even want a strap from you. What that tell you about, folks might look at, what that tell you about that man, he look at his integrity. He look at, I just don't need it. And that's how you have to be sometimes with people. You can't get yourself tangled up with people. He told you, no man that war the warfare. You can't entangle yourself with the face. He said, I can't get entangled. A lot of stuff you can't get yourself tangled up with. You fighting a warfare. Y'all got it. They're being honest. And as we go through it, we have to have these conversations because real conversations are not taught among our people. Everybody teaching the word in some aspect. I'd be a fool to tell I'm the only person teaching. I'd be a fool. You'll be a fool to believe I'm the only person. No, you'll be a fool to believe that. But people not sitting down and telling our people things we need to really get gravity on. Where are you at? Where are you at with yourself? Because challenges are going to come. Loss is going to come. Defeat's going to come. Don't just look at the good times, the money, and all the riches. There are other things about this is life. Sickness is going to come. There are a lot of things going to come in your life, and you got to be able to balance yourself like a scale. That man was always about keeping weights, keeping things even. Because you know what? Stuff will weigh heavy on you. When Yahushua was carrying the two, you know what he did? They compel something. They look, man, mothers, I hate you, man. Somebody help this. Get over here and help this man out. It don't even make sense to leave that on that one man. It don't even make sense. One man to carry all that. He put on the man and said, let's compare, make the man help him carry it. You don't think like that. You don't think like that. Well, that's the only way we're going to fix it. The only way to fix what we're doing is real conversation because people use the Bible, the word, as a cover. People are book saved. They really can't live it out. It sounds good in the reading, the writings, and explaining the word, but you really can't exemplify it in your lifestyle. And you really ain't really sure about it. I know you sit down, people not really sure. If you're not sure about where you at, I'll be honest with you, this ain't the book to play around with. Because that book going to take you somewhere. You need to know where you at before you go. You need to know where you're going when you get in here. You need to know what you're seeking for. Everybody's seeking for something. Everybody here saying, everybody saying salvation. How many of y'all here for salvation? There's some other things too. And I teach I had to cover so many broad areas about different things because there's other things that everybody's view of salvation is different. Everybody looking for it, but there's some things that blocking in their life they need out the way. And everybody ain't got the same block. So I'm looking for salvation, but I need you to help me with that block. Somebody else got another block. Somebody waiting on somebody to come and get the other block out their way. And that's what we try to do. And now this is sitting down first, looking at where we at and how prevalent, how important is this walk of salvation? How important is it? To what magnitude, to what end will you go? What losses you'll take? This come with losses. I'll be upfront with you. It'll come with a whole lot of losses before you get in the games. You got to lose everything, even yourself, your identity. Things you said. I'm the type, I've been like this all my life. You can't be that person. It's losses. I'm just being, I'll be front. Why? Let me tell you how we got duped in the Christian. I appreciate it though, because if it came to me like this, I wouldn't have took it. Because the type of person I wasn't there and I wasn't ready yet. You just got to be practical and be realistic. I'm telling you about something that comes with more losses than wins. You got to have the losses before you get the wins. See, it's kind of like sometimes like people, it's like games. You just come in and just join a game? No, you get jumped in and get beat. You know why? I got to make sure you ain't going to run when it get tight. Why you think games do that? I need you to walk up, just shoot somebody. Not your enemy. I need you to shoot somebody else. Because you know what I need to look, and the reason why they'll test you, they look stupid and crazy. We might get him to fight, and they might hypothetically be ready to shoot Boss because he got a problem with Boss. But what if him and Boss ain't got no primate? Man, Boss ain't did nothing to me. I ain't going to be able to use Dave. I need somebody to shoot somebody even if they ain't got a problem with them. I'm just using this as, you know what I'm saying? So Yahuwah looking at somebody, I need somebody, if it come down to your mama, you got to get young slime. Young slime, believe it. Listen, what they say slime? It could be their grandmama. It could be their mama. It could be their they take from them. You know, it could be their friend. Nigga, you know I'm slime. Isn't that correct? Yes, sir. That's how they get in. Because you know what? Amazingly, Yahuwah got some of the same principle. You got to forsake all. Can you imagine that? Look at, you can see some similarity. That a man, Yahushua was told about his mother and his brother them out there. In a sense, they're like slime. He's looking at it. Man, they ain't nothing to me, they out there. I can disregard any of those people for salvation, for the principles of it. It's about losses before you get gains. What problem we come in, everybody run in trying to gain. That's when they come in, that's the losses. That's how they lose. They run in trying to gain. Run in, that's why people quit. I came so I could gain and I could get, and the Lord give me nothing. No, you come in, you're going to lose. It's all losses. It's all losses up front. You don't get no win until you make sure you know how to handle these losses. Because all they need to come in and give you all that stuff, you start losing, what you finna do? Why you don't quit? Because you came in winning. I need somebody to come in already know how to take losses. I need people, he said, that's the people I need. Because I don't get them type of people. Them people going to walk up and going to leave. They're going to give up. See, him being crafty, he got us in through Christianity. You realize you were duped on it. Now you come to the truth. You should have, as you've been played enough, then you sound, it makes sense. You lost when you was a Christian. You lost your damn mind. You be a white man going to go, then they sell somewhere for you? No. And let a nigga spit on him and pray for him? You know you were crazy. So now you get us over here to the truth. Let us sit down and really consider where we at. Really consider what you're trying to do. And being real with yourself. It's about being real with yourself. How many of y'all ain't really real with yourself? One, two. I ain't said not all the way. Now, what I suggest, I know it more than 3 people. People just can't say, well, what do you mean? Because when you say that, what do you mean? You know. I'm just trying to be sure. How you really feel about you and what you're doing? How much stuff you're doing that you don't want to do? I mean, just being honest, there's a lot of people like consistent of they doing a lot of stuff they don't want to do. And you just do it because you just do it. This, I'm sure about what I'm doing. This ain't I'm doing, I don't want to do it. I want to do this. I'm sure about it. When I read and I look, I make sure I'm comprehending what I'm reading. Because I realized I was calling words and just looking at something, but I wasn't really sure. Not to the magnitude you learn where you really got to be and what you got to do. Because I look at that like people say, you know, he your healer, he your strength, he your shelter. He my shelter, I guarantee you. That weather dropped to 34 degrees, 32, 19. I'm going to be just as cold as a nigga who ain't got him for no covering. So a lot of times we look at things, people, they psychologically psych themselves, they ain't going to be cold. And now they're going to tell lies. Because the Lord is my shelter and my covering. I ain't cold. Because you lie to yourself. You know what I'm saying? We got to get practical, understand there are things, you know, I can't under the premise of, you know, like with son of son, and the world can't do me. Who killed Yahushua? Why am I saying the world can't do me no harm? Who killed the Shalum? So let's be practical. When it comes down to the world is not the determiner or determines my eternity. Y'all got it? They don't determine my salvation. Y'all got what I'm saying? Unless I give in to the attributes of what they try to give me. Y'all got it? He done already told me not to fear him that can destroy. What was that? What'd he say? What you just say? Black only? He said that? Destroy body. And I said, okay, you just made up your own little doctrine. Well, you said probably the NIV version. Body only. No. But you see what I'm saying? So what was he telling me? Why would you tell me not to fear nobody who can just destroy my body? I'm sorry? Because I got something natural? Because see, that's all I'm having. You find practical conversation. Why? And I want to live. There's a fear when somebody tell they're going to kill me. Why would I not be afraid? So now I look at how far they can go. To what extent? That's why Yahushua looked at these people. You can't have any authority other than what he gives you. Do you know where you have to be and what kind of knowledge you have to have of Alahym and what ability he gives to everybody? People say that stuff time. Have they get up, you finna shoot me, like you finna shoot me. I don't like you finna, come on, like you finna shoot. Come on. Like you finna shoot me. What you doing? Shoot, like you finna shoot. Yeah, shoot. You ain't got no power on me. What that 40, nigga? Nigga. But you know what I'm saying? I need just, I'm saying, come on.
Oh no. You Eric, preacher. You Eric.
Come on, Eric. Give me my pastor. Yeah.
Eric do it.
Come on. No, you don't shoot. Come on the way, love. Take a seat. That was really too fast. I wasn't ready for that, no man. But you can't have no power over me. Come on. You can't have no power over me. It's not practical. Okay, it's not practical. It's somewhere you need to be mentally. It's where you need to be settled and understanding of. Don't allow people just have you just recite stuff out your mouth without knowledge of. This is a real fear. Let me borrow again. This is a real fear. That man finna shoot me. That's something just stupid or retarded. This is a real fear. So I have to be able to go back in my mind and sort Zakar, mark it to remember how far can he go as a man. Just the body. Just the body. That body going to deteriorate. It's going to die anyway. But the soul, the real existence of Tony Smith is not the flesh. It's one of the inside. That's what I'm saying about having a comprehension of self and how you actually are set. Because we think our physical body is it. That's why we're giving the fornication. Penis hard, penis won't set. That's life. Thirst for alcohol, want alcohol, that's life. Feed it. You're feeding the flesh. We got to look at the Ruach. We got to look at the nefesh. Man consists of body, soul, and spirit. The breath of Alahym is what he put inside of nefesh to give it life. The body is just a shell. But when we don't have that comprehension or understanding, the body become my whole world. And I'd be damned if somebody gonna kill me. I'll kill them all. And we'll go to that extent to believe that if he killed me, that's my whole world. He's taking my whole world. I mean, if he break in my house and he stole my money, I had $50. That man took my whole world. So now I've put myself in perspective. I put myself in a state to fail or to lose everything. Because I feel like that's my whole being. Everything I got is me, my car, my house, my $50, my $100. So if anybody attack my car, attack my $50 or $100, attack me, they taking away my whole world. When all this isn't just the flesh. This is just the covering flesh. There is a nefesh. My existence, my feelings are not in my flesh. My feelings are in my nefesh. Y'all got it? This is my existence. The breath of Alahym gives life to my nefesh. And he takes that away and he gives it. And when he gets ready, he's going to take that Ruach back. And I'm going to moot. Y'all got it? And I'm going to moot. But he's going to Tsadyq me back up. He's going to coon me back up. Y'all got it? I got to fall to the ground. But he's going to get me back up. Just like every seed. What seed you got you throw in the air and it take on life? Where it got to go? You ain't going to believe it, Daniel. I want the seeds of Abraham. What that mean, Daniel? They got to think about it. That man got to fall to the ground. Now what? The seed got to go back to the ground. Hello? It got to go to the ground. Right? So these are the things we have to start contemplating. It might sound like philosophy because the Greeks or the people that more or less look at philosophy, you know, that was that Phi, Chi, Psi, what is they got? Philosophy, the way of life, the Greeks saying they stuff. What is it? Phi, Beta, Sigma, philosophy. Beta, oh no, ain't Beta, is it Phi? Phi philosophy. You know what, bad? I'm arguing with people that went for Greek. Both of them. Phi, boom! I don't care. Phi, somebody throwing water. What is it? Phi Beta Kappa, he right. Phi Beta Kappa. Philosophy is the way of life. That's what they try to see. The Greeks took it from us. And these people try to become philosophized. But our word, listen, a lot of different groups with fraternities, sororities, Messianic, a lot of these groups all try to use philosophy to a sense. You know what I'm saying? And being protectors of, and brotherhood, and giving back. All these are principles we get from our book. These are principles, brotherhood, we already got it. Isn't that right? My brother compelled me to go 1 mile. Go twain with him. See, these are already principles. They're not teaching that we don't already know. Learning where it starts at. Like with any group, it starts in the heart. That's what Yahuwah learning. He said it starts in the heart. You got to have a conviction inwardly. Ain't no flesh where I kick my foot. I need to get saved. Someone has to convict me in here. It has to reach further than just your flesh. Flesh does stuff for the instant, for the moment. It deal with it, whatever the recompense or the consequence. You deal with that later. But when it starts to deal with the heart, it lingers. When stomach heavy like something, you might have something say, I need to talk to you, I ain't smell. It been heavy on my heart. It been heavy on my heart. My inner man, the soul part of me is really bothering me to where like, you need to get this right. You need to get this straight. And that's what we have been reaching with our people. And people don't want to get in here. When you get in here, it's sensitive. When you get in here, you see a deeper side of yourself than just your flesh. Y'all got it. The flesh is covering, so it's things you don't see. You don't get to see all the hurts that you actually added on to the inner side of you. So the outside, you can do a lot of planning. You can put some new clothes on. Hey, how about another hairstyle? I'm going to get some new glasses. I'm going to get me a hat. You know what I'm saying? All these things you'll do, but the real hurt and the real you is on the inside. And that's the person that we're trying to address and get to. That ain't make sense to y'all? Yes, that's it? Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, really dealing with yourself. Really deal with yourself, what you want to do. It's things you got to do to a point till you reach a certain level. Then you start to set yourself into things that you do that you want to do. And you start to lessen so many things that you don't want to do. Because a lot of that just compile on more problems and more things. And a lot of that come in because we look so much for the flesh that we don't even consider the inner man. That inner man, he need peace too. How many of y'all need some rest? When you get out at night, you want to go home and get some rest. You ain't going to believe it. Your soul need it too. No, we just try to, a lot of time, prepare for the fleshly man. And the soul don't never get no rest. He defeated. That's why it's hard for you to be able to get back and come in. Because you're in a war. Satan don't give up. When he go, he coming back. And you got to try to assess things and set yourself that you're ready for the next battle. Because he coming. I'd be a fool to think he ain't coming back. Why wouldn't he come back? Because I'm going to keep doing the same thing. You only came because what I'm doing, right? You ain't going to believe it. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm doing like Tsadyq used to do. Man, Tsadyq one of the greatest running back they ever had. When they used to tackle Tsadyq, Bashi, you know what he would tell him? I'm coming back the same way. He let him know, I'm coming back the same way. Now, listen, I'm coming back, let him know I'm coming back the same way. What you do to a man like that? He's like, I thought I hit that nigga. I'm coming back the same way. That ain't gonna end it. I'm coming back. That didn't move me. I'm coming back. Let you know that ain't stopping me. I'm coming back. And you gotta have that same mind. Now don't be no football. I tell that devil. I don't be having no conversation with no devil. I'm just be with the record with you now. I'm not having no conversation with no devil. I know what I gotta do. Y'all got me? At the end of the day, he doing his job. You know what I'm saying? He does it well. I want him to give me credit for doing mine too. Y'all got it? Now, you can give in to him, and you can be his lax boy or girl to lay on your back and get yourself laid on. I determined to get up and fight. Yeah. Y'all got it? Yes, I got everything on the table, especially when it comes down to my soul. I'd be a fool to leave here and do like folks and give up. I'm talking about folks going out of this life, and now they sit in a position. You can't get nothing back now. You can't fix nothing. You can't correct nothing. You can't know nothing. You gone. The book said the dead know if not anything. But he said, but the living know they going to die. So since I know I'm going to die, it only makes sense to make preparation be right. And in doing that, I need to be real with myself. How far I'm willing to go? When is enough too much? When is enough enough? Because he said it's going to get so tight, if he ain't cut it short, nobody going to be saved. How tight is it going to get? How much can you handle now? It's going to get bad. He said if I don't cut it short, nobody be saved. That means a lot of people holding on going to let go. And I'm doing my damn to make sure I ain't one of them. Yes, sir. That's why I got to take stuff in a stride. I can't afford to. It's going to get worse than this. If they break me down and kill me, what am I going to do when it get really tight? And the man looking at what I'm looking to give you, listen, I'm looking to give you forever living, forever breathing, never getting sick, never getting tired. I'm going to give you riches beyond your comprehension and understanding. I'm going to need you to give me something, though. I'm going to need you to give me something. That's how they look. I'm going to need you to give back, though. I'm going to be willing you to live a life that's comparable to what I'm going to give you. Y'all give me a life of resistance to dick, because I'm going to give you better. That's what Yahushua show. All the Malkuth for the right. Who ever had all the kingdoms of the world? We ain't talking about a kingdom. Who had all the kingdoms of the world? Man was offered all that. All he had to do was just bow down and just adore me. He said, written, thou shalt worship Yahuwah and him alone. He the only one you should call. That got that. He loved this stuff temporary. I already know the man come back and destroy that. I'd be a fool to give up everything I got for something. Ain't like you can keep it. It'd be different if you sold your soul, you get to keep it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, it's a win-win. You be like, well, he said, well, you don't go with me. Whatever you get in the world, you just got to keep that from now on. Okay, then. It's a done deal. I'm done. I ain't got to show back up. I'm going to rob and steal everything I can get. Come on, keep it from now on. But because of the fact you can't, it don't make sense to put your whole heart in everything. You're going to lose anything you got. Somebody had it before you. Y'all got it? So that's what he keeps showing you in life. It ain't like you got, what do you have that you can obtain him, you can keep for the rest of your life? And past that, and nothing. So why would it make sense to put your whole heart in it? You see what I'm saying? But this is part of what they call philosophizing, trying to get you to understand the logic to what's principle. You got to have some principle things you look at and consider. That's what keep you out a lot of hurtful lust. Because you put your whole heart in something, then you lose it and you got it. That's your whole world. That's my everything. That's dangerous. You should have never done that with something that living, because if it's living, it's going to die. If it's clothes, it's going to get old. If it's a house, it's going to deteriorate and dilapidate. I can't put everything I got in it. That don't make common sense. It's leaving him. Y'all got it, even you. So it made better for us to invest everything we got in him. This is talking to him, y'all. We trying to make preparation. Let's just be practical. We leaving him. That's just being honest. Y'all can tell yourself whatever lie you want to. Keep working out. You're still dying. So now I need to make preparation to meet the man. Everybody need to make them preparation. Make preparation to meet the man. You got to meet him. You got to see him for yourself. Y'all got it? And doing that, how do you behold, how do you stand before all righteous, all knowing, all living, all power? What do you got to match that? What's your equivalent? The best you got. The best you got. So it's a standard we got to live up to. We got to try to meet. And he's not asking me to meet him at an equal standpoint. He's just saying, just do what I told you. Just meet these protocols. That's all. I set some things in guideline for you. If a man do this, he said, that man just with me. How you going to be, like they gave it the word holy. What is holy? From what they told him. Holy was, well, we're not talking for what they taught us about holy. Why we had it holy? Sacred, holy, all righteous, and all that. The man said, be a dog, just be separated. That's easier. Be honest, it's a different way. Holy was like, when you said something, you said, man, don't tell this holy. He'd be like, when you write, that means it's set aside. That's all he told me is just be set aside. That's more easy for me to comprehend. Set aside. Okay? If everybody here act like y'all drinking. Everybody act like y'all drinking here. I'm not drinking. This is Kodash. Set aside. That's all. That's all. Everybody like you smoking. And they ain't doing it. Set aside. So you got to be holy. You got to be so righteous. You got to, man, no. That's all I'm saying. But dog, it means to separate. Now I tell you to be Kodash. That's all it is, set aside. That's all, set aside. I want you to just set aside from all the stuff that you see people doing that I said not to do it. They're doing it. Just be set aside. Because they get the word holy. Everybody got a different definition for holy. Everybody got a different way. And then when they start to match it, then they say, God holy. So now what's your understanding from holy? Is God holy? And then he told you to be holy. You can't do it. You hit it dead on the head. That means I got to be like God. No, the man told you I'm set aside. He said I'm set aside. He said that's the difference between me and everybody else. All these people are doing something that I said not to do. I'm the control and determiner of everything. And I told you not to do it. So be like me. Set aside. Now, how is that impractical? What they ask you? Unpractical? See, and it's doable. It's understandable. That's all he's saying. Do what I do. So you can be like Alahym. Alahym don't lie. You get what you supposed to do. Everybody lying. What you supposed to do? Don't lie. See, you can't be like God. God holy. So that's a different kind of holy there. People stupid because they're told things. I'm telling you, the slave master only gave you so much information that keep you away from a being. The man told you clearly that when I made, he said, I want to make you in my image out of my likeness. Huh? And I want to let you have dominion. That's why he know you could do it. I gave you rule. I gave you rule against. You can withstand. You can do it. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to know it. But see, a lot of times you don't know what your power, your strength is until somebody show it to you, teach you. That's all it is, just not doing it. It's that easy, that practical. Nobody told it to her. They just, see, man, when you're holy, like, and you're hollering and screaming, that's even harder to get it. Because they said it loud and it's so powerful. The man said, he said, be Kodash because I'm Kodash. I'm separated. I don't do it. He said, that's why I don't have these other people. Look what these people do. He said, why would I be with them? I'm Kodash. You be Kodash. Don't be with them. Separate yourself. And that's what the people, they see, if it's that easy for people to understand, then they'll start looking at their oppressor. See, once you get yourself straight, then you can see. He never told what folks said about don't judge. He told you first, make sure you get your stuff right. He never told you don't judge. That wouldn't make no sense. But see, what if, you know the Bible said you ain't supposed to judge. Where that's at? So I can read it. He never told you that. He told you not to judge so you don't be judged. He said, for with the same judgment you use, it's going to be used on you, telling you where you need to be at in a certain manner, because the same judgment come back on you. Now, he said, thou that teacheth not to steal. See why he said that? Now, what's the judgment for a thief? Whatever that judgment, whatever the punishment for a thief is, and you're a thief, guess what happens? Now, that's why I'm telling you to judge not to judge. Why would he tell you not to judge? That makes no sense. I got a book in 1 Corinthians 6 chapter when Shalum said, no, you're not, that the Kodash going to judge the alarm. Right. That makes no sense that he would have told you not to judge. That's stupid. But this is what they tell you. This is how your oppressor kept you from judging him. That's why you never seen him as the bad man he is. Right. Think about it. You can't judge them. It's in the Bible. I remember reading that in the Bible as a little boy and said, don't judge nobody. God said it. All people do is recite stuff that hurt. They never read this stuff. Right. They just keep reciting, and that hurts you because you hold the stuff that's not written and you take it and you don't form the life around it. And he did that. Think about it. I just came and took your daughter out here and took your daughter here and slept with her. I can't have you look at me like a rapist. The Bible says you ain't supposed to judge, boy. Now, you don't want to go to hell. So now, clear your mind of it. So everything you saw him do wrong, that's why a lot of people call it Christians can't judge. What Esther said, white people wrong what they doing? I ain't trying to judge nobody. See, that's still that slave teacher. Yep. Still that slave. They can judge everything else. They're afraid. Your oppressor gave it to them. Answer. See, white people wrong how they doing. I'm saying, go and try this. Say, someone will be like, the Lord got to judge that. Them bastards judge everything else. Why somebody run through a stop sign, I'm going to hit them? Idiot! What wrong with it? They ran that stop sign. Say, you judging? Yep. So I ain't judging. The sign says stop. Said the book tells them they ain't supposed to be doing what they doing. How you can't judge them? You don't judge somebody to stop because people hypocrites. People hypocrites. That's what Christianity teach you to do. It teach you to look at the negative of yourself, never have yourself up to a standard, so that way you can't ever judge them. See, when you ever get to a standard and get to understanding, you can see these people who they are. I make my comment, don't make me hate white people. No white man gonna come tell me I hate white people because he said, shut your damn mouth. You don't know what I do. I'll tell you if I hate them. I'm a man, I tell you I do. I tell folks, you don't like me. I said, listen, if I don't like it, I tell you. I know before I told him flat. I had that guy, he said, tell him, I said, I really don't like you. I told him, I said, I don't like you. He said, I said, I'm not playing. I said, I don't like you. I said, I don't know why I like it. I don't want to know. I just don't like you. That's the way I said. I just kept doing what I was doing. I don't waste my time. This. If I don't like you, make no mistake. I'm saying, I don't like you. And that's a good reason why I don't like you, and I ain't trying to make myself figure it out. I'm going to leave you where you at in life. That don't mean I'm going to kill you now. I just don't like you, and that's what I like to leave. Brother heard me tell me. He sure believed it. He came out there. His sister died. He was out there crying. He was just crying and boo-hooing. He went to me. I walked straight out that door and kept working. You see me praying for him out there, didn't it? I just said, Dad, he waiting on you to talk to him. I said, for what? He says, his sister died. He all talk. I said, I looked at him. I said, he died. I ain't kill him. I kept moving. That ain't changed what it was. I mean, that's how funny. The sister dead. I don't change what I said. I still don't like you. Well, I'm walking out, man, as much as I like you, I still don't like you. I kept moving. Listen, I kept moving, kept working. He was standing that way. I just kept moving. I got on the phone. He was just waiting. He finally gave up. He left. Do you remember that day he came out there? Fella told me about his sister died. They didn't come to find out. Wasn't even his sister. I said, that's why I said, I told you I don't like him. I said, I know. I told you it's a reason why I don't like him. He a liar. I said, he a liar. I said, I know it's a reason I don't like him, and I ain't gonna keep forcing myself. I said, why would the man sit there and tell that lie? Cut to find well, hey, what cousin? He done told the whole story wrong. I would tell that we was on the phone talking about how his sister died. Hey, was saying, my cousin had got killed. I said, what's the chance? Both of them got killed. I said, that man sitting in your car. I said, he got killed the same way. Check. One ain't related to her in no kind of way. Didn't know her dad and mom. Somebody he done claimed. I said, that's why I told her. I said, I told you I didn't like him. He's a liar. I said, that's why I don't force it. I know I was right. I don't like no liar. Then you gonna come and get all that sympathy. All them feeling bad for him. Man, so dead. Ain't moved me now time. I just kept moving. Get on the phone. I'm not urgent. I don't like you. I know it's a reason. I'm not interested in none of your problems. I just don't want to bother. I told him, I knew that lie. I seen that joke not long ago after that. I seen he said, hey, how you doing? I said, you ain't no good. Hey, now, I was still pity fact. You done told these folk that lie. You done got their sympathy. It ain't moved me not one time. I ain't prayed, ain't cried one tip. I knew you wasn't no. I let him know. Still ain't no, guys, you still a crook. You ain't no good. He walked right. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you, how many people you said, man, my sister died? What kind of pity you think people gonna give you? That nigga crying, eyes closed. Then he done told him he feel like killing himself. Oh my, he said, Tony, why you doing? That man talking about killing himself. I said, and what that got to do with me? He said, touch him. I said, man, I told you how I feel about it. I'm not interested. Listen, it's not many folks on like, when I tell them like you, I don't force it. I know it's a reason why. I'm not the type of person that walk around picking people. I don't like you, I don't like you. No, it's a reason why. I know I was right, and all he did was seal it. I said, that man had y'all all that crying and praying. I said, I told you wasn't about a liar. I ain't care nothing about it, and that just make it worse. And I let him know as soon as I said, tell how you doing? I said, you still ain't no good, you? Walked up and spoke. I told you I don't like it. Why you ain't speaking to me? You ain't no good. You done drug this sympathy out these folk. Folk crying, worrying, all this stuff. You ain't even related to the lady. I got hit on the phone. He couldn't answer none of them questions. Hey, was study asking the question. Yeah, you kind of like, yeah. Oh, who? Yeah. Just study lying. She got killed from coming to see his daddy. How about that man want his daddy? I said, I told you he ain't nothing but a liar. He said, well, to him is his daddy. I said, they ain't the same. The man a liar. I done told you riding. Why would I just be claiming all these folk? Just riding to the core. Say something for I don't waste my time. What I think about? I don't have time for you. Everybody he done named in his family ain't nothing related to him. They're like, why are you? He tells us where he grew up down there. I said, ain't no reason to tell all these lies. Just say that later I know. I call her my son, we like. They ain't impossible. We like, you know what I'm saying? Me and her close like that. Not related. That ain't your daddy that he telling that daddy died. I said, man, I don't care about that stuff. The man a liar. You know, I don't get no sympathy, that man. Just leave him. Ooh, just make your blood boil. So don't force yourself. Don't just be you like to just don't like people don't like. I'm seeing your hand. Start liking folk joking. Mine different. I can pick out folk and see something about them and you say, that Jahid. Like I'm feeling that same feeling. No, I don't hate Jahid yet. But no, at the end of the day, we're going to move on. We're going to try to see about the book. But I really want y'all to do that. I want everybody to examine yourself. I mean inner self. What does inner man need? We know what the flesh going to say it need. A car, a house, apartment, books, whatever it's going to come up. Leave that alone. Your inner man, starving. Your inner man needs something. Start feeding that inner man, you'll find out you can have things on him and it still don't be your everything. See, Yahuwah didn't give us the word for us not to have. Like Chris that teaches you. See, the Lord be your joy, you don't need nothing. Well, you keep the Lord, okay? I'm going to need something. I got Yahuwah, okay? I don't need to learn about no God, don't need me with nothing and have me broken no corner. Just you take that stuff to somebody else, okay? Yahuwah brought them folks out, he didn't break them folks out and told them folks he would do everything. Them folks walked out there with jewelry. They walked out with animals, and they had a weapon. Now, I'm not interested in no God. They finna give me no weapon and want me broke and sitting around at him and holler he my everything got that. I don't know why. They give it to you because white folk won't take him. Leave that joke alone and go with Yahuwah, okay? It's not about the substance of thing, but it's not practical that I'm leaving out and I don't have nothing. It's not practical. These people try to tell you it don't make sense. How did Abraham get all these riches? He walked out broke and stumbled up on some buried gold in the ground. The man was one of the richest men, and the man left there. For our right, all we have is him, his wife, and no son, his nephew. Both of them became rich. They were two of the richest people in their land. And here you go, you and broke Jesus. And he your everything, Jesus. Stop it, just stop it. It wasn't practical to bring them people out of Mizraim and give them nothing. How they gonna survive? You in a real world dealing with real people. What you gonna tell them? God paid for it. I want you to come out of my car and get one of them cars and tell me God paid for it. And see if I let you leave that lot the way you came up on now. Isn't that right? You and God gonna make me catch a case. Stop it. You out here in the world. Them folk went through places, they had to pay for water. Why he just didn't rain it down to them? Was it out of his ability? He couldn't just rain water in their mouth. Everybody open their mouth, he just rain water and don't choke. Is this outside his ability? You know, he taught them, you live in a real world dealing with real people, and you got to pass through other people's property. He ain't tell them, no, when you kick people gate down, you can't be kicking no gate down. You let these folks know you're going to pay for. You'll pay for what you're going to get. You'll pay for what you're going to drink. And you have I gave you the wealth to be able to do that. See, all these stupid folk come, see, when you got God, you don't need no money. Where's this operator at? Call Yahushua had to pay his taxes, and he got money out of fish mouth. Where's this God in this place you going to stay with no money? Being you, no currency. Why he just didn't tell them, I don't have to pay taxes. I'm the son of God. Why this man had to pay his taxes? Because you live in a real, see, these people take y'all somewhere don't make common sense. This man needed money, had to pay taxes. Go out there as a fish and make sense. You know how many ships have sunken with gold? They don't even know why a fish would have had money in their mouth. They don't even know it's gold, it's silver, it's well in the ocean now from ships that have been shot down, from water, for stealing treasure. It makes sense a fish would have the money in their mouth. How much sunken treasure they got out here? It makes sense. Okay, boom, you caught one. Listen, get the money, pay mine and pay yours. Otherwise, your black behind can go to jail. Yeah. Yes, sir. Now you get the religion. You know, taxes ain't in the Bible. I don't know where these people got this stuff. Right. Taxes done started since Caesar time. Yeah. The man clearly told you, render to Caesar, get Alahym. Why he said, F Caesar? He ain't none of Alahym, just pay me. See, all the stuff these religious little cults have you here will get you locked up and get you killed. That's why we not Hebrew Israelites. Don't tell them about we not related to Hebrew. You can be a Hebrew Israelite, do your thing. I don't subscribe to this foolishness. Right. Pay these folk their money. I hate to pay them too. Yeah. Go in there, step in this rotunda, standing on my square. Nigga, where you get a square from in a circle room? You gotta stop being stupid. Pay these folk these taxes, shut your damn mouth. Yeah. That man on top, because you live in a real world. Right. You live in a real world. Quit being stupid. And you gotta know how to deal with other people. We've always traded with other people. Stop being stupid. This man's stuff is practical. The way they got it, you don't answer nobody tell you nothing. You ain't got no laws. You just keep, stop it. Just stop it. People have done a lot of hurt. There are a lot of people call us sitting in jail, sitting in prison, dead from this foolishness these people done told them. They read right past stuff, simple stuff. Because they got it. Revolving Shabbats. Here we go again. I get more dumb. Anytime folk leave, they want to try a little smarter, they go find something. No, it don't make common sense. They're going to do it anyway. No, you watching. No, you watch. Just stupid. Here they go again. Man, I gave him two things. He gave the sun for days. He gave the yard for months, for seasons. These folk, every month, the Shabbat keep moving. That's not even practical. Where you going to work at? You just came here last week. It was Monday. Yeah, next Monday, Thursday. Ain't no job gonna keep you. People just stop it. The man told you he remained the same. Season change. They come on. That way they get an autumn, fall, or spring. The man got some in winter. They keep trying to make about it. The man ain't got nothing but some in winter. That's all you got the early part of winter. No, that fall, nigga, you falling for some stupid stuff. The man got 2 seasons, winter and summer. Man, I don't know about no autumn. Where y'all get this stuff from? My favorite time of the year. Niggas said lying winter. The spring with summer. Stop it. They running these revolving Shabbat and they can't make sense out of nothing what they're saying. I don't know how they get an accurate count for anything. Because your day keep changing. They can't count no more than 28 days. Your Shabbat keep moving, so your day count gonna have to keep changing. I don't know how these folk make sense out. The man clearly told me I gave the Shabbat. I gave it to you for days. I only gave it Yahweh for seasons. Shabbat ain't changing up no seasons, no every month. Where these folk getting this stuff from? Just stop it. They just always trying to get something to justify stupidity. And listen, this what I don't give. All these folk come with this stuff. And a lot of them leave from right here. Why he didn't show you how to obey? Why he didn't show you how to obey? Adultery wrong. Bypass that. Revolving Shabbats. This is the truth. Keep living a lie and cheating on your wife and husband. But this you need to know, revolving Shabbats. They know they ain't practical. They know that. That's another lying spirit of God. Folk want anything to get around something that look like you're doing something extra. All you got to do is obey. All I look at these folks. You think I believe that man be speaking these folks' tongue? You ain't even obeying nothing. They ain't confess. They won't admit they're wrong. They're a liar and a hypocrite. But all of a sudden, the man just revealed, revolving Shabbat. They the only people got them. White Jewish folk killing them. Everybody beating them. Ain't nobody else understand. They the only folk pick this up. I don't know how you don't have no stability. Every month you change, there's no stability in nothing you're doing. The world don't operate like that. The world got a consensus to the Shabbat. They know it's logical. They know what they're doing. You can't go none of these jobs and say, listen, my religion believe I got to be off on Sunday. They're going to say, get your ass in and get to work, fight you. Why y'all think they're about out of the Shabbat? All these folks, listen. You tell these folks they want, them folks run their mouth, them folks sit here, they going to get that Shabbat, they going to go look at that. They going to be like, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. The Sunday Christians, they won't give the Sunday people. Why they don't give your Sunday off? Because they already know. I know you're a liar. That's my lie. It's like that time when, who that was? When Joy Daddy was in there, he do that when you ride and hit the brake and stop short, put his hand out. Kramer did it to Joy Mama. And he said, that's my move. He stole my move. I'm trying to tell you. These jokers, these folk know, them folk know good and well. Sunday, you ain't got nothing. Ain't no. Go to any one of these jokers, tell them, I got to be on Sunday my religious day. You fired. They'll tell you, I started out to hire you in the first place. These folk recognize the Shabbat. These folk can count. They know what the Shabbat is. And for that man taught the Shamash count the days. It don't count no month. I don't know what these folk doing. They already do the season. But these folk just keep moving stuff, throwing stuff around. They got to try to get out of something. Don't want to obey nothing. No, they do not want to obey nothing. I guarantee, go obey all the rest of them. And I won't even bother you about the revolver. Obey everything else. I wouldn't bother, because I know they're going to get tired. Folk going to get tired of your lies. The folk going to watch it. They're going to go study that stuff. They're going to come right back and say, stop right there. Where you get it from? I can't find it. Nowhere in no book find it revolving every time it keep moving. And it's always the same stupid folk. Ain't none don't obey nothing. Ain't doing nothing but tell a lie. And then all of a sudden, he just getting all this understanding. The Shabbat change every month. You teach it to him in short term. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I know. And you done proved it because you ain't never obeyed nothing. And just like Yeshayahu said, they have not all obeyed. I heard more lies out these folk around here. Every time they go around, they'll pick up another lie. 7 is a perfect number with God. Where you get it from? They move around from church to church, religion to religion. They just keep trying to find somewhere to justify. People go to the church of their choice. They don't like because I'm just direct, come right down the middle. I care about folks, so this is what I'm telling y'all, you ain't gonna believe, this is what I do. They'll tell you about something they don't even be doing. I don't watch folks put their own eyes out their own medicine. What the man tell you? That's the truth though. Man, let you put your own eyes out. What the man trying to show you? That's the truth. Well, a lot of these folks, it's the truth. It's the truth. The man try to show these people. You so far in error what you're doing. The man just said, shit, let you put your own eyes out. Can't blame nobody but yourself. And then you got to look at this natural. Where you think you at spiritually? Where you at spiritually? Don't y'all know how serious you really got to be about your soul and stop worrying about trying to run around and get out of something and find something? Folks just digging through stuff, trying to find. How many for the turkey is a buzzard? Well, hey, how y'all remember that line? The turkey is, them the one that follow behind the casket. When you seen a turkey follow behind the casket? Folks just be looking for stuff. Man, that woman so fat, she had to go sideways down the aisle. And she told about how much weight she lost. I damn near lost a kidney, man. I had that table. I damn near lost a kidney. She said, I used to be bigger than this. I said, but I ain't going to be able to hold this thing. I'm finna throw a kidney out of the rack. You can't. I'm like, it's impossible. It's impossible you could have been bigger than that. She didn't have a centimeter room for another piece of skin, for another piece of fat to get in there. It's impossible. Oh, if you didn't find for so much stuff, it's just like, well, y'all just stop it and focus on living right. I'm telling you, you can't beat living right. Living right beat everything. Take your time. These folks are at themselves. How you show me this? And you show me about that lying I'm doing and the hypocrite. Stuff you just need to ask yourself about. So if this revolving Shabbat going to stop me from that lying and hypocrite and trying to commit adultery, is it going to help me with that? Because these are things I would have a real issue with. He come all of a sudden and give me this enlightenment on there, but he can't keep me from lying and sneaking around. But that's where you at. That's where people at. Now, what I said one time, I say two times to anybody now. So don't tell yourself no lie now. I tell you till you fade now. I ain't said nothing I won't tell you till you fade now. I don't know why folks acting like this stuff something new around here. This crazy. I stand in defense of what I teach. Y'all got this. Listen, I ain't no hypocrite. That's what I live with. I walk with. I stand by. I done debunked all that little religion they got. I done debunked it. You just got to keep telling yourself a lie. Right. They know they keep telling yourself a lie. I don't know why you couldn't obey right here. Right. Yes, sir. He don't let you obey better when you're gone. Folks find all kind of stuff. They'll find new names and everything. It's Jerusalem again now. It's amazing how it's Jerusalem when the J ain't even old enough. Right. I don't know how people come in there. How's it Jerusalem? Where you getting your J from? There's no J. It's from the French. It's too new. What was it before you put your Jew in front of it? They get these places. Then what they do? They let these folks have sex with each other. Till they bend everybody start swapping up. I already know what you got going on. It be the swap up. If you run them real, everybody jump real quick and get married. Yep. Don't make no sense. Yep. Don't make no sense. Couldn't find one before. Right. Soon you jump one of these little phony religion, boom, here go one. They set you up. Yep. Same way they do with Jehovah's Witness. A lot of folks don't know Jehovah's Witness use that tactic. Yes, sir. That's right. How many of y'all not familiar with Jehovah's Witness? One thing they do, that's what they do. Y'all don't know why they sending women out. That's how you get the guys in. Y'all don't know why they sending women. I'm telling you what they do. Jehovah's Witness, that's why they sending women out. Notice, you don't see all men at them doors. It be the women. Women doing the talking. Most men, he looking for a woman. That's how they get them in. Now that sucker carrying the bag, he in the back door, and that one that done hook this stupid nigga, now she go hook the rest of them. And drag them right in. And none of them ain't got no brain. They just get a Bible printed and put Jehovah in it. Here go another error, because you don't have a J. But they catch the part where everywhere is Lord, the name been changed. They're right. But they get them just enough to still lead them stupid. Because they don't believe nobody going to go to hell. He said wouldn't do it. This one I don't get. I said, anybody going to hell? Why you ain't going to church? I tell you why I'm coming. Because I want to go to Sheol. If I ain't going to Sheol, I can tell y'all right now, bet's off. I'm gone. Listen, I ain't going to stop coming tomorrow. I'm out of it. The day, y'all. Why am I here? It's contingent on me dying, burning forever. If that's not going to happen, it makes absolutely no sense for me to come and do this when I'm going to get the same thing. My job said, you don't come to work, we're going to pay you the same thing. I'm finna jump straight up and go to work. I get the same exact pay if I don't come. Why am I going to work? Some just be telling me to go to work. I'm going to get rid of that something. Whatever wake up me to tell me to go to work anyway, I'm finna get rid of that. That's right. I'm going to get a surgery, get that country gone. I don't need that. That make no sense. That's right. I'm getting the same pay. Don't go. Do y'all understand how stupid these whole religion is? What do you convince me to come for? I ain't even going to burn. Why are you here? The fear of dying, the fear of burning the rest of your life. That's what's on the table, the reason I'm here. If that's not going to happen, that makes no sense for me to come. No, not if I got to just come because I just love him. You can be dumb like that. The only reason I love him is because I understand what he did for me. I don't just love him. That makes absolutely no sense. I don't just love him because I love him. That just don't make common sense. I love him because of what he did for me, and I had to learn to understand it. I can say I love him because people say that, and they teach you're supposed to love him. But I didn't understand why to love him. I didn't know how to love him. And in loving him was getting me to see myself and see what he did for me and realizing what I did for myself. And I have such an admiration and appreciation for him. That's why I love him. See, you'll say you love him because that's what you're supposed to say. And that's what you've been reciting. That's what you told you. Hello? Versus, I have an interaction, I have a relationship, I have experience with. That gave me to become more fonder of him and more appreciative. The more I learn about him and how he operates, I can appreciate the fact that you allow people to see the revolving Shabbats and turkeys or buzzards and all this other stuff people see that. I mean, the turkey, but that's just whatever your mindset is. But just so many things that people, swapping up, everybody get butt naked and get married. You ain't married until you have sex with somebody. And amazingly, because Marim and Yosef were married. And he didn't have sex with her after the birth of Yahushua. Well, they tell any folk get out of these marriages saying, well, the Bible say if you don't consummate it, you ain't married. All I'm trying to find out, where exactly the verse did you read that at? Right. They not teach you ain't married unless you have a baby. I don't know where these people getting it from, because they look for reason to justify to get out of something. Right. A lot of times these people run their religion, watch them. They run out Hebrew, they done got in religion, done got tied up into something, and they run somewhere to try to cover up to see can they get somewhere and then be new. See, I ain't know the truth. Now they use that. When you don't know the truth, you ain't married. But they go tell folk that their mama is their daddy wife, and their mama and dad ain't in nothing. But everybody come to their church, they weren't in the truth, they weren't married. But their mom and dad are married, their mom and dad ain't member of their church. Right. Just all logical. Imagine, ain't nobody in the world married. The only way you marry if you're in the truth. Only problem I got when Pilate, whose name is Pelotus, when he got ready to give Yahushua over, the book said his common law, his who? His wife said, have nothing to do with this just man. They were Romans. He was Yehudi. And the book called that his wife. But their religion teach you're only married when you're in Hebrew Israelite at their church. But let me say that. He got to give you that mind. I just appreciate the fact. That's another reason why I love it. He could let me see that. They'll go and teach folk. Then they get the women. First thing they do is get them in and bang them. And say, now we married. See, once you come together, consummate that marriage. Only problem they got, she done banged a whole lot of niggas before she got there. How we gonna work that? Right. Now you gotta teach. See, she wasn't in the truth. Right. So we in the truth. That husband don't care. See, they keep switching on. So you teach it. Ain't nobody in the world married but you and your church. Do this make common sense? No, sir. So this don't even use no book. The common sense. Think about this. This don't be out. Ain't nobody married unless they in him. All these folks out here in what? Fornicating? Come on, folks. People know to believe it, you got to be stupid. It ain't common sense. It's not common sense. Then they all come through their own stuff. They jump up, make their own rules for marriage. Everybody got their own little rules and come up with this stuff. I don't pay these folks no attention to what they talking about. I set stuff, listen here, man. They got law, we got reason, rationale. When I tell folk they married, I'm going to take you through the book. I'm going to tell you what the book say. I'm going to establish that thing. I'm going to get his paperwork. So we're going to be good with him. We're going to be good with Alahym. Yes, sir. That's right. They're going to have that. Go ahead and let these folks sit here and talk about just hold hand and shake them, you married, and somebody die, and go there and try to get them benefits. That person dead. Bring that dead hand and then do it like that. You can go to jail. These folks don't realize, just stop it. Just stop it. Folks always, they stupid stuff. We don't need no paperwork. The man done tore up, got a leg, done put in the figure 4, he done banged out. Got driver license, ain't got no license to put you in that figure 4. So why he go get driver license? He don't believe ain't nobody right but them. They got the only right way, but he got driver license and a gun permit. Banging you out, no paperwork. That don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. Man got degree, paperwork, everything. Man wrong, man going to hell, man the devil. He got all man paperwork and your panties. At some point you got to think. These people, it's a lot of damn done. It ain't every one of them count. But 99, I just blew out another campfire. Y'all come on home. Not him. Go. I don't need that food. I don't need that food, man. I don't need that food. Coming on with no sword tongue. No. Get out the parking lot. No. Okay. All the stuff wrong. Esau. All white folk Esau. I'm just trying to get with this black man, this black woman with this white baby. That they love more than this black baby. And all them black. And the white boy get all the stuff. And now we going to come get, we coming for you, Esau. Just stop it. Just stop it. Never called a man white. If favoring toward red and he was hairy. There are black people that's hairy. Why they always got to go to white folk? Because they're mad. They want to blame everybody for something and put something off and justify their color. Everybody black ain't Abarim. Right. The Mizraim were black. Right. That don't make them Abarim. Stop it. That's dangerous. Dangerous. Well, I got to get ready and talk to y'all. Come on, get. I've been talking. No time. I'll get to talk to y'all. Y'all give me a couple minutes to talk with y'all. All right, come on. That's tight, man. Back and say, I'm out of here now. He done. Man, he wouldn't even cut it short enough. He just laid in that thing. At least I'm done. Listen. Somebody stole one mistake. Oh, there you go. I didn't know Deuce had not stole it. All right. Let's see. All right. This is Romans 15 and 4. For those watching, you can go and you can put on your phone, your computer, pull up Beth. What is this? Beth. This got Beth HaMashiach. You said red.com. You can go here and you can follow us along at home. You know, if you can read it and see it, that's fine. But we let people see what we're doing, where we're getting the information from. So you got an opportunity to examine and check it for yourself. Am I 100% behind every one of these people? No. But we following through to make sure we get to we're trying to get past the surface to get down to the core to make sure we get this thing right at the end of the day. Y'all got it? So I ain't 100% sold on nobody. I'm sold on Yahuwah now. Make no mistake about that. I'm sold on Yahuwah. A lot of these other people, you got to remember that your enemies do a lot of planning. I don't use that for no justifying either to get out of nothing. A lot of phone. How you know? I had someone leave here that time about fornication ain't in the Bible. This is how they get you. This how they mess up too. Just like hell. Hell is not original word, nor is fornication. The word is zanuth, for by which is whoredom. So this is where they get you at. They'll take you and show their language. Fornication is not in there. If you look up fornication, it'll root you over to what the Abari word is for it. There is a word we use for it, which is zanuth, which is whoredom. You won't find hell. They'll put hell in here, but hell is not. It'll be Sheol. Because hell is something they made up. Y'all got it? It fell over from the Greek. The Greek actually have a story behind hell. It's like a pit, and there's some winged man flew out. He made wings and flew out of it. It's a story. I read it some time ago. So they have a whole story behind what they're doing. They try to sell people on. Just like heaven, there's the Shamayim, which are the heights expansion. But so when people looking at how they get these people, you know, heaven ain't no heaven. So when a nigga find out ain't no heaven, first thing he don't realize, well, what's the word? He ain't that smart. He just automatically ain't no heaven. Ain't nothing right. Ain't no hell, so ain't nowhere to go. You see, ain't no burning, and I don't know how they come up with it. You know, I had them in here with the same stuff. But when they came up with that, ain't no burning. I said, okay, that's interesting. So when they heard it, they looked that stupid. But you know why it did it that way? Let a dumb nigga like me show nigga that you research and you that stupid. You couldn't find nowhere here where he told you about no burning. There's nowhere where hell, where burning has ever been a punishment. But see, Yahuwah got to let you see that. To show you ain't, and that should have scared him and start making him realize, I need to sit down. I'm moving too fast. I done start seeking my own way. Because you reading and studying, I don't know how you got that stupid. I don't even do all that study. Where do people get, how you missing this? It's critical. That you think it's okay, you think it ain't no, why we here if we not gonna burn? Let me tell you something. Why y'all think they give so much time in prison? Deterrent. Exactly. That's why they give it to you. That's why they incarcerate, put you away, make it difficult. You can't talk to nobody. You can't. They took away, sitting across the table. No, they use a window. Y'all gonna talk from a window with a gun. As a matter of fact, you ain't gonna do that. Y'all gonna cyber talk. I don't want you to see each other. Get a lap there. It's just like you can't see them. They keep cutting back because they look at it. As long as you can sit here and see them and conquer the vision, you'll keep committing it. Let's take away your connection to people. Let's make it less. Let's make it expensive. You got to pay $15 to use the phone. To buy a minute. Now they start looking at, man, ain't nobody going to put no $15 on me to keep calling nobody. They give it again. Man, I got to get out of here. Deterrence. The man got to give you deterrence to keep you from breaking his Torah. That makes no sense if there's no consequences for your behavior. You only got them in their life because they always want to get out of something, and what they do is they come along and lead people wrong intentionally. You can't fool with everybody. Y'all got it? Let's see what he told you. Let's say, listen, for whatever you cut that mic on. That's right. Whatever written before.
Nikatab Talamadas.
And I believe that whole statement. And that's important, again, for you to always remember that whatever was written before time was written to teach you. That's the only reason it was written. So we just looked at, well, it's just something to read. It's actually not something to read. It's something you're supposed to live by. See, that makes a difference in itself, the mere fact that everything was written before. This statement, even Pat, they say, it was written to teach you, to show you, to instruct you. That's a difference. That people say, like, you might say, man, you know, y'all read the Bible. That's a difference in reading it and versus me actually reading it with the intent to do it. Because it's to show me, it's to teach me, to instruct me. This is how I'm supposed to. There's a lot of people say, you know, I read the Bible, you know, I read the Bible. Do you read it with the intent to do it? And the average person don't, because they don't know why it's actually there, other than it's for reading. So I could quote one before I eat. You know what I'm saying? The Lord of my shepherd. Jesus wept. That's not why. It was written to teach me, to show me, to direct me, to instruct me. Because the man is coming back here and he's going to destroy everybody that's not doing his will. So it's imperative that I know what his will is so I can avoid destruction. So whatever he wrote before was to teach me so I can avoid it. To instruct me, to show me. When I go back and read about the people that he wiped out, he destroyed, years ago, I was like, that's, you know, woo. You know, I didn't say it, but in my mind, I'm thinking, that's crazy. I mean, and then you hear people talking about he's a loving God. I'm thinking, the man just killed all these people. You don't say nothing, but I ain't stupid. I know what I was thinking. You know, I'm reading here, the Lord smite and kill. He a loving God. I'm thinking, just keep moving. Because they say you ain't supposed to quit, because you don't understand. But he was telling me that whatever was written before was written to teach me that you know why I kill those people, Tony? Because they doing the same stuff you're doing. And this is giving you an opportunity to get it right, to show you I kill people for what you're doing. That's to let me know if you don't want to die, you don't need to do this. Because when I come back, I'm going to have judgment without recalm. Now we're in a state of recalm. He ain't killing us. He giving us space. This is recalm. This is mercy he granting us now. When he come back here, that man not come back here for no recalm. That man come back here for judgment. Judgment, I'm laying the law down. What's the law for your behavior? That's what I'm going to give you. The opportunity for you to get favor. Now, sometimes you'll get the DA. How many of y'all been to court for tickets? How many of y'all had the prosecutor call sometime and they ask certain people, they come over here and they talk with them before. Guess what? When that man or that woman hears it, they're not going to do this. You can come on now over and we can talk and you can go ahead and pay for it, or you can take your chances. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to pay for what I done here. I ain't going to take no chance to meet that man. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to take him. I'm going to pull over here, give you I made a deal. I made a deal. I'm not going to go before that man. You can look at the man face, that man not playing. Mm-hmm. When Yahuwah get back here, that man not gonna have no, you know what? The day I'm feeling kind of lean. No, the day he come back, that man come back here for vengeance. You need to know that. All of us are guilty of playing and lingering too long. All of us. Now that man trying to get us to say, listen, I'm not that guy. When I come back, I'm not having no recon. I'm not having no mercy on nobody. I'm coming back here for strictly judgment. The people I'm going to spare, the people that already made their deal. Just like the woman in here, go. That got it. That's the deal. You understand? He's going, ain't no, why he going to say, you here, go, listen. Anytime you get sick, don't even worry about it. That's the stuff these preachers teach you. All the folks, why would he tell these people to go and sin no more? Because it's impossible for those that once in life and have tasted of the Shamaim gift and the power to come. He said, and the deeds shall fall away. To renew them again unto repentance. Well, how you think that? You just met Yahushua. I just spared you. You should have died right here. They caught you in the act of adultery at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses.
Every word.
You should have been dead when they caught you. All I did was put space in here to I never told him not to do it. I told him the one who hadn't done no wrong, you throw the first stone and nobody could do it. And you got that break because I gave him that now. I said in that space that you just didn't have nobody who was able to do it. I assure you when I get back here, you're dead. Now you go and do it again. You go and do it again. You won't get another chance. That's how you got to start living your life. You don't have another. That's why I ain't got no another chance to do that. Tony, I can't do it. That's somebody else's story. That's where you at. Listen, I can't run out of here and come back. I ain't got that space. I've done too much. I've been too far out there. I overstretched my rule. I overstayed my welcome. I played too long. I can't do it. That's not. If I done something y'all had with them little clean life, shoot, man, I'll be out there. I'll be back in the era of the month. Yeah, this month though, for real. Y'all be tired of me. I'll be back here again. Because, I had that space. I don't have that time. I did too much. I ain't got it. So when you don't realize, like I said, you don't overstay, you don't watch your welcome, you're done to, I can't afford it. The man when he told that woman, you have 7 times. No, you can't do this no more. You're done. And y'all too comfortable. Y'all just keep going. You wore your welcome out. That man coming, this is the only time you're going to get right here.
That's right.
Everybody in here, me too. We ain't got no other time. Well, see, I ain't quite. No. That's why taking the time, putting in. I talk to y'all from the state, and I talk to y'all from the book. I don't escape that. I talk to y'all because I want you to know where I'm at, how I feel, what I'm thinking. I want you to know how you think. I want you to, is it wrong to think? No, you're human. You got ideas. You got thoughts. You got reservation. You got hesitation. You got all these things. You human. It's just there. But you got to know when to use it. When I need to hesitate before I go do something wrong.
That's right.
They come down the will of the Lord, will of Yahuwah, instant.
That's right.
Not instant to do wrong, instant to do right.
Yes, sir.
Instant to do his will. That got to know when they got. Procrastinating ain't bad. Procrastinating, they kind of do something wrong. Y'all got it. They come down doing what he said right. Do that thing instantly. Like he told you can suffer when? The next immersion. He said, suffer to be so now. He said, man, it's a must. We got to do what's right. That's how you got to be in the kind of right. We quit to go run and do wrong. So we got to realign ourselves. That's why we're in such bad shape. So I always look at this, because this give me my fundamental. I need the foundation. I don't need to go back reading to them. Man, this is a way. Man, I don't know what this stuff back here for. That don't make common sense. Why is there other stuff in there? Do what now? That's right, the teacher, shower, instructors. Because I didn't know what to do. See, you can read something, that means you know what to do. How many of y'all done read something before read, you still didn't know what to do? Listen, read the instruction, you read the instruction. I'll be honest with you, it's some real stuff you read, I'm just not clear. So he said, so then let me tell you what you need to do. I appreciate it. Don't just tell me like folks say, well, just read it. That don't always work. Sometimes, man, I'll spin off on you. I'll read and I'll run another word and come back and realize, I had left him. Man, that's right. That dyslexic kick. That's how dyslexic work. You be reading and you take off somewhere else and you done left it. You see stuff what? I don't know if I seen it backwards. I got the other one. What I got? HD? AD. I got all A's in elementary to the 5th grade. I got D's. What special education? No, I ain't got no special education. That's what it is. She said I got a psychiatric association. American Psychiatric Association. How you know about them? Don't be talking about no. What you mean?
I got taken advantage by.
Hold on, they got to take advantage by it. What they do to you? Did they touch you like this or like this? And they got taken advantage by it. They took advantage of you. Can't say put him on that bus with Johnny Gamble. Messed it up. He said he told his mama, I ain't supposed to be on that bus. He said, them kids on that bus, they got mental problems. I have behavior problems. I said, let me ask you a question. Is behavior problem considered? He said, ain't the same thing. Carrie said, I'm telling you, I'm not supposed to be on that bus. We be late every day. He said, Johnny Gamble go to the front. He leaned up there by her. She said, Johnny, go on back to your seat. Johnny said, I ain't doing nothing. He said, stop, Johnny. Open that door up. Run out the bus. He said, we ride all through the neighborhood trying to chase Johnny. Johnny between the house. She said, Johnny, I see you. And keep driving. He said, I'll get to school later. Every day I told my mom, I'm not supposed to be on that bus. I'm telling you, I have a behavior problem. Them kids, man, I'm thinking you need to just sit down and be quiet on that bus. He's on that bus for 4 months. When you tell you he said, I'm very intelligent. I ain't gonna tell him that stuff tomorrow. You remember that time, preacher, they told her we were dead lazy. I said, what? That time, I said, Carrie, nobody never told me. You remember that? I said, Carrie, ain't nobody never told me that now. Talking about remember that time they told me and him like we was in there together. So dyslexia is when you see word backwards. So you see it like the arbory, because we read from left to right. They call it dyslexia. We actually read from left to right. Most people actually do it right that way. It's just America, they do right to left. And that's why we're so backwards now. A lot of that stuff, they mess us up. It looks right, and that's how they get you, because you've been doing it so long that everything will look like it's right until you start to examine and see. Just like with Christmas and Thanksgiving, they'll make you think everybody around the world doing it. Nobody doing that stuff. That's their story. It ain't even a true story. But they get you with it now, like what's really funny when you see the quote unquote Africans do it. Oh, it's really funny. It's really funny to see them do it. It's like I just can't get your logic. Where y'all niggas get a chimney from in Africa? Hot as it is, man, you trying to run. That man above in that suit, man, on right there. You got gazelles. Man, I would have been, he'd have ripped the asses off them things that land on that roof. Just all them baboon crowd, them black mamas. Just stop it. Just stop it. There's so much stuff they tell these folks. They just get us going, and the story, they make it look like everybody in the world is doing it. That's why we have to sit down and have real dialogue talk. Look at our book for what it is. Get a real understanding of how it works, the dynamics of it, so you don't get pulled in. Because they'll pull you in with your emotion. You'll see these people be like, I mean, really? Ain't that wrong with it? They just trying to do. It's wrong when you're based on a lie. These people slaughter and massacre some people. And they're trying to tell you to see, white folk can do it because white folks didn't die. You see what I'm saying? When they doing to other people, their Christmas actually come from the Spaniard, some Spaniard stuff they did mess, and those people were butchered and killed. See, oh man, they told the story. That's not the actual, I forgot, what is it, some Spanish word, something that? Sardinary is where they actually, how many of y'all didn't know that where they got Christmas from? They butchered and killed people. That's where the Christmas coming from. Yeah, that's how they got the red suit. That's why he got the red suit. But see, they told you it, though. They put it up there so you can see it. You can see that. But they're going to see it. Well, ain't that open them up. I mean, they opened them up. I'm just going to tell you about it. They had to run. They did all the opening up. I'm just going to... Are you with me this time or against me? I understand what you're saying, Leo. This man, he'll move faster than you, though, don't he? Each year between December 24th and January the 6th, Spain comes alive to celebrate Christmas. What's that, or Nevada? What's that? Navidad in Spanish. During this time of the year, everyone, Feliz Navidad, Navidad, everyone, what's that? Well, let's see what this says. I'm almost done. I'm in my reading speed right now. Everyone strives to fill their days with happiness, joy, and family harmony, although some are more successful than others. So now this run from November the 24th to January the 6th. These white folks just need to stop all that lying. Now what they got to do with some Spaniard? What the other one? Well, look at that sangria. What is it called? Sandwich in Spanish? Saturnalia. Come from Saturn. Saturnalia and Christmas. Then they're going to put both Wikipedia. I told when Wiki get up there. So, okay. Okay. Who changed Saturnalia to Christmas? Pope Julius. I chose December 24th in 336 AD as the date when Christmas was first celebrated in an effort to adopt and observe the tradition of pagan Saturnalia festival, first called the Feast of Nativity. The custom spreads to Egypt, which is Mizraim 432, and to England by the end of the 6th century. So to tell about the history of it right here. So that's just showing with butchering and killing. Y'all need to see this. So this stuff comes from them seasons. That's why they tell you about the calendar, the Gregorian calendar. So that's why we use a lunar calendar, which means our year are determined by the Yahweh. That's how you're supposed to determine. That's how you determine your month. They determine, they don't care nothing about that. They set there about Gregorian calendar. So the Gregorian calendar, they do what they want to do. They change and make their own date. We can't change it, man. All our stuff is by the seasons. Just like we observe someone. We can't observe what they call Pentecost, which is actually Ukak Shabuah, which is the first fruits, right? So we can't celebrate that in December because we feel like it, because that's your first fruits. The only time to do your first fruit is when the first of the summer comes in, when you first bring your first harvest. So the lunar is determined by the Yahweh, because that's how you get your season. I can't just say, we're going to start doing quote unquote Pentecost January the 3rd. That makes no sense. The depth of winter, you can't bring nothing in. And for proof of what you're doing, that's why we had to bring in the fruits of the pari to prove it. It ain't just the Yahweh, the proof is the fruit. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like they call it, the proof is in the pudding. He told us how we start count. When we first take the sickle and we put it to start to cut it, he said start counting. Your count should measure out to be able to show your first major crop you're bringing in, which is your first fruits. Y'all got what I'm saying? So all this makes sense. It's not just, it's got to be something you know. Everything measures out. But with white folks, they just make up something. And all they did was took 25th, 24th, 25th, and they took it from Purim that we observe the 14th and the 15th day of the Yahweh. See that's when we go and we give gifts and prayer, but we give them to the poor. That's why the white folks love that they copy us. They'll tell you what, let's give who they want to say, let's give gifts to these orphans and kids. They took it from Purim. This is our stuff. We observe that during the winter time. It's not free because we did a killing. But our fighting was in defense of our liberty. There was a law in place that we were going to be killed. We were only killing to defend our life, and we had a writing to justify. There was a law in place saying you can defend your life. Y'all got what I'm saying? See, they don't learn and they watch you. They know how you move. So everything you do about written law. So they make a written law that hold you down. See that? And you start I'm telling you how they beat you out. They know you for writings. Right? So I don't give you writing that show you about liberation. When they gave you the first Negro Bible, anything that dealt with fighting and killing of their oppressor, they took that out. Because you was a stricter for reading and following what you read. Why I need you reading, talking about killing our enemy, being delivered from our enemies, escaping. You don't put stuff like that in no Bible because you're going to start putting stuff together. You're like, I'm in captivity and these people escape. So what they going to make me do? And I'm going to be able to tell the slave, it's right here in the Bible, they escaped. They killed their oppressors. So you took all that out and you gave them stuff like love your enemy. Pray for them that do evil to you. That's how you learn. White folks, look here, you little nigga guy. I'll kill your nigga guy. You say, you know what, sir, I'll be praying for you. It worked. First of all, saying she'll kill me. She's going to pray for me. She's going to put me in the hands of the Lord Jesus. And the white man, no, I made up Jesus. So there's nothing that can happen to me. So you need to know how your enemy used it. I told you, the book just is dangerous. Because everything they give you is choice. Look at it. Go to any Christian church. None of them will teach you about Purine. They won't teach you it's in your book that you can fight and you can kill your enemies. They told you you're supposed to obey your master. I can show you what my darky did. Still saved. Now, you think white folks didn't know that? And you think they put that in a book? That somebody was telling him to do something and the book said he wouldn't do it? Right. When everybody about the book said, Mordecai bowed not. What you think that did to them slaves that heard that? That there was somebody in the book that followed the most high principle teaching, and he was in captivity and he wouldn't do what they told him to do. What are they going to do if you read a book that said that your laws were different from their laws? That's why you couldn't obey them. Exactly. Now you wouldn't feel like you were the devil. See, there's no real word devil. The Spanish diablos, we don't know what these people talking about. There's no devil in no book. It's Satan. They fixated, made it. Then they gave him to what they gave. He got a mustache like this, and they twirl up and come out like this. He wear all red. What's amazing with that, where in the Bible about it say he wore red? It said about Yahushua. So see that guy, man, you know they'll tell a woman, don't wear all red, put some black with it. The devil, y'all ain't never heard that before? Okay. Y'all ain't never heard that before? They'll tell a woman don't wear all red, put something else with it, put another color with it. Because the devil wore red. You ever heard that before? Y'all ain't never heard that for real? A woman put on all red dress, red shoes. That's what the devil did. They'll tell put another color with it. Tell them, say, pull it up for me right quick so I can read it again. It ain't written. The book clearly told that Yahushua was in all red. See, but listen, where you think they put my intelligence? Now, hypothetically, I see her over there. Come on for a second. Just walk by. Look at that. Oh, devil. You good. Come on, man. I'm just saying, because, listen, the only reason I will say that because of what I've been taught. Who wears all red? You ain't read it. Who they show you when they show you the cartoon? Who wear all red? And he have a tail. And he got a mustache. And amazingly, white folk were only right on that. That they always showed the devil showed him as a white man. They were right on that one. They told you were the devil, but they always made the white man. But you see what I'm saying? All our information came to us, part. They would tell you that. You don't wear all red. Because the devil wore red. They ain't never read. See? Then they made a movie, the lady with the red dress or something like that. Then they have a movie, a white, devil in red, and it was a white woman. Who? The devil wore Prada. Hold on, stop for me. Stop. Y'all not doing this tonight. What movies y'all watching? The devil wear Prada. Julia Roberts. That wasn't Prada. Julia Roberts did wear that. That's a new one. Julia Roberts wore lady, devil with the red dress. Who? Kelly LeBrock. What are you talking about? No, it should have been Julia Roberts started first. Pretty woman. Kelly LeBrock played a weird side. Weird side. Oh, that lady, that English speaking lady. The lady that they made. Yeah, they made. The English speaking woman. Kelly, you nigga got that buzz. Yes. She had the accent I'm trying to hear. Yeah, she was sex on Weird Science. Yeah, I didn't one of them. I think she was English. I don't know. Nigga and white folk love English proper people. They the hottest thing on TV. They do a movie. I'd be so pissed out why them jokes speak all that English down here in the interview. Y'all talking about, I said, what the blank? I said, nigga, how you do that? Spider-Man, the Spider-Man nigga, the little young boy, he English. That nigga would talk. I said, nigga, what you say? Better fix your lip. All them jokes get through. Wolverine, I first heard that nigga. I said, hold on for a minute. Hold nigga. You cutting up nigga with knife talking like that? That old South talk. There ain't no Wolverine talk. What's that? Eberidge? Eberidge, the sausage people. The boy, Eberidge. The Eberidge boy, he's taught that stuff too. I said, nigga, I thought you were cool. That nigga thought that old stuff. Leonard Lewis. We heard that. I ain't paying him no attention. Slick Rick. That's different. Rick was my man. Rick can tell about Senator Fallon. Nobody could have done. I put on my head and the kango. That nigga, huh? And Dana Dane. Oh my goodness. Them boy talked it up now. Them boy, that was slick, boy. Huh? That joke said, look in the mirror, he said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the precious other one? There was a rumble bumble. 5 minutes elapsed, and the mirror said, you are you conceited bastard. That joke, I said, that boy put it down on them. They were talking back then. Send the fella. Boy, Dana, see, back then, what you fighting for? This was stuff they took. At first, we had love music, dance music. Now, nigga ain't got nothing but fight, kill, and spit on the whole music. It's crazy. I don't know what happened. Oh, there. Saturnalia, held in the mid-December, is an ancient Roman pagan festival honoring the archaeological god Saturn because of when the holiday occurred near the winter solstice. Saturnalia celebrations are the source of many other traditions we now associate with, such as wreath, candles, feasting, and gift giving. See that? And these niggas, you know their parents, oh, that ain't none of that, baby. I don't care about that, baby. I'm celebrating Jesus' birthday, another pagan, because Jesus is not real. It's pagan. It's a cult, baby. What I can't get over, man done came, went in the temple, taught me, was 12 years old. Man started his ministry at 30, died at 33. Hell, you still got a cult baby in your front yard. When that baby gonna grow up? Police ought to lock their ass up. I catch somebody with a baby. Go lay your baby out there in the middle of the winter in that straw. Your ass going to jail. If I got to do a citizen arrest. This is far as your God that went. He's still a baby. Laying in squirrel piss. What are you doing? This makes no sense. The man grown and gone, and you still playing with a cult baby every year. Want your mama to do that for your birthday? Why don't they take all your clothes off and lay you in the grass on some pine straw for your birthday every year? See, that's a man. They'll do it to him. Take your clothes and lay in the grass. Let the birds and all piss on you. Stop it. It's just ignorance. It makes no sense. At some point, grow up. In Jesus. Come on. In Jesus' name. Let's get the next one. Let's go back to where we were going. Just let y'all see that. This stuff, now people don't want to talk about stuff like that. You can talk to them now. They should have just spent their Black Friday money. Right. So they can repent for Monday. If I need something, I'm going to get it. I don't go shopping because they have no deal on it. Now, I'm telling you, like me now, I can shop anytime I want to. It's not smart. I'm just telling y'all a secret, some stuff. It ain't really a secret. Common sense. Just because someone said, I don't mean you got to buy it.
That's true.
I don't go shopping because it's Black Friday. If it's something I need to get, and they stupid enough to drop it, and I need it, I'm not just going there because they got no TV for it. I mean, even she said that TV, somebody needs it for $250. I don't need no TV. I don't care if it's $100. It can be $5. I started learning. I'm telling you what's not smart. You spending money for something you don't need is stupid. It's right. A deal. That's not a deal if you don't need it. That's right. I know a lot of y'all do that, and I don't have no problem. Listen, it ain't gonna hurt me to go shopping. I don't do it. I just started. If I don't want it, I ain't gotta buy it because they put it because it's on sale. If I don't need it, it's regular price. Right. Stop just doing stuff because folks. That stuff don't move me. Black Friday. Listen, all my Fridays black. My Mondays, my Wednesdays, my Tuesdays. I'm a nigga. Yes, sir. Now, what color is your 30 since you have Black Friday? Just stop it. Don't let these folks be. That don't make sense. Just stop buying. I learned. Stop buying stuff when you don't need it. Okay? That's how you lose every time. It's not a deal if you don't need it. If somehow your washer went out. Just so happen, guess what happened? That's a benefit to you. I don't need it. I just bought it. To me, this is a dumb buy, and it's not a good buy. And our people we not in position where we just be buying stuff to just buy it. You know what I'm saying? You got to start being smart, especially when you see where the world at. We are more people being unemployed, more people being put out on the street. Listen, it's harder to rent a house than to buy a house right now. You can't afford to play around. If I don't need it, I don't need it. I just can't afford it to. Work on build your credit up. Make something out yourself. Everything they do, now you don't realize their whole system was set up and it's predicated on you and it's predatory on you because they know you irresponsible with your credit, you irresponsible with your money. You don't think. You can't say you ain't seen this coming. This been coming. But because there's no one to really alert the people of color, so-called people of color, you fall in the same hole every time. There's never a national news break saying, hey, niggas, put your damn money up and quit being stupid. I need to get that. They do, white this had this been emerging. So what the hell y'all thinking? That'll wake black people, so-called black people, start thinking, we losing. We are the losers. That's why if we weren't losing, I'd come straight here and tell you we would have been gone. We so far behind on every end spiritually. They beat you. White folk come out from a lie church and be more lifted up than you. You got the truth. Nigga look beat up with the truth. Worn out. White folk come out saying, so we sure hold some damn lies today. I feel, let's go kill some niggas and keep going. They enriched. They enriched and keep going. Sitting there to a nigga, how you doing, nigga? And get in that car, get in front of the car, and run that nigga, you a speed breaker. They look at, man, this all church fun right here. So I tell my friend, you know, I shook one in their hand. They can tell, you know, I had a black friend one time. They can be able to put down their knee, they put down their stockings so they feel better about this. Yeah, I had one of y'all too for a friend. So they can say they know one. You ain't really a friend, but they know. What white folk know, they consider a friend. If I spoke way too, like dependency day, they said, yeah, I had a black friend one time. I waved at him. Yeah, I waved at him. Y'all seen me? So you got to start looking at changing a lot of things about yourself. Y'all got it? Deal with truth so you can understand this truth, okay? So now y'all understand why you're here, what you're looking for. It's written so you can do what?
So that through endurance and through...
No, I asked them, what was it written for? Who? For who? Teach us. Got to look at that. Who? So they don't be stupid. So we don't, see, it's inclusive. It's to teach us. This our teacher. So a lot of things they're giving out, that's not our teacher. Like when I told them I was a little kid, I had to go to the store, I remember a white kid might do something, and folks start crying, my dad just looked down at me, and that look be, please do it. I don't want to, I just rather show them how this whole aisle just get towed out in the cat register. And I look at him like, I ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked at, you know what you taught. My dad had never had to set me down and say, listen, we finna go to the store. Don't embarrass me. Don't touch nothing. Please, don't let me have to chase you in the store. It's innate. I knew this. I could look at him and say, you don't want to come look at me, do you? I figured that. Everything I knew, don't touch nothing. It the look, you know. All this is depth. You know what I'm saying? It's just things you knew not to do. All them having them conversations, sit down and go, I hope we don't have to do like we did last time. No, we never had them conversations. That man walking the door, that man said, get the bucket. That man do that number, that's the last talker. I got that bucket on coming. If that bucket hit the back of that shoe, I go there and get my clean up on aisle 8, little nigga kid has been splattered everywhere. I knew, it's certain stuff you don't do. Stay, and when he stop, stop. He walk from that buggy, stay right there. Take out. So my come on down, listen, I'm kidnapping kids. I got a gun saying, you need to go to the other aisle. I'm with him regret it. He said, my mistake, you have a good day. And he go to the other aisle, some other guy, he holler, kid missing. It was never me. I knew the stat, ain't never, Tony, I talked to you about that buggy. Tony, come here and get the buggy. Listen, everything, I had to watch him. He stopped. You had to anticipate that nigga thinking. I ain't never rolled past him and had to turn around and go, That's that stuff, yeah, they learn a lot. I know y'all do that to kids, y'all do. Them folk, it's a certain way they talk, you just knew. You didn't, how many of y'all grew up like that? They had to talk to you. Damn folk, man, that man had no conversation. I knew store, I don't know how I learned it. It like that man looked at me and put it in my brain. And that's how it was. And that stuff you just gotta teach them, because we gotta get back survival skill for our kids, teach them how to do stuff, teach them how to follow direction. That's why we gotta come back to the word. Like a lot of times they do new stuff, that boy tells you don't withhold correction from a child. I know y'all do it though. I know you do it. And I'm sorry, I gotta tell you. Yeah, it is sin. He tells you don't do it. You know that child, he said withhold not correction from a child. Withhold not. Don't keep it from them. He said, because if you beat them with the rod, they won't die. He said, you'll deliver the fight from Sheol. So a lot of stuff y'all be like, well, I don't want it. No, you ain't trying to beat your kid, but you're trying to get them a discipline so you don't lose them. A lot of them kids that's sending them juvenile, that's sending them prison. You know what happened to them? Parents ain't whooping them. Parents with their friends. They with their partners. You heard that juvenile, a lot of them parents, their partner. Parents too big, ain't raised, ain't got time to whip them. And he told her, he said, I'm trying to deliver your soul. A lot of these kids around right up in a casket. You start that juvenile life, ain't be long. We know what trap behind that juvenile. Very few. Next thing you know, you be dead. And be caught, we don't want to whoop. I don't want to do my kid like my parents did me. Said, I'm saying, you living? Yeah. You in prison? No. You ain't been in prison? No. But you probably need to do the same thing your parents did to you. That's just being honest. I know folks be like, it's just, listen, people can talk. You got to know your child nature. Every child don't have that same nature. You got some kid nature, you got to break them. You got to break. You just see, I know what I got to do with you. I got to break you. Your nature is the one you're going to keep trying, and you're going to have to learn. I got to break you so you're going to realize, because if I don't, they're going to kill you out here. You try with somebody, they're going to, folks don't right. Folks look at me, you ain't my kid, I'll kill you. You somebody else sweet kid. You somebody else kid. And them folks lying. Never hated nobody. Hell, your kid name Baby Jesus? How your kid, what kid you know ain't never hated nobody? You ain't never hated nobody? That's what I hated. What about you? You ain't never hated nobody? Soon as something happened. Never hated, loved everybody. Okay? Did you love everybody? You would help anybody? Soon as something happened, would help. Like, who killing all these little Jesuses? Just stop it. That's how many kids died. Never. Oh, if you met them, would I kill them? No. You don't want them. No. Stop it. All these kids ain't like that, but we have to put a practice in play for them to discipline them, and that's going to build them up so they can pass it on to the next generation so we can keep surviving. We got too many sitting in prison. We got too many men going to homosexuality. We got too many. We losing them. We are losing. It's things you knew not to do. Yeah, some stuff you do. Man, I said, man, I remember my friend, we were high school, I think about 8th grade, 9th grade, we was up there one time at school, and they had some pills, black bill, they popped them, put them in the bill, 3, 5, 7, they had some tea, had a little tea, said, take one of these, I had one of them, they like, take a tea. I said, yeah, man, you drank a bill of Coca-Cola, you be high for 2 days. I said, man, get that thing, man. I said, I didn't do anything. I said, man, I can't go home, man, take no stuff, no. 2 days? I said, man, all you gotta do, every time you drink a beer, maybe, listen, I ain't never seen a horse, I said, a horse drinker. I can't do it. Ain't no damn horse. If it knock a horse out, what they gonna do? They said, man, that's all I do, drink a beer. And I don't think of myself, you be at home high for 2 days? Right. You gotta go to school. Right. Exactly. 2 days, you high? That's all you do is drink a beer of Coca-Cola, you be, man, no. That turned me out right there. I said, all I kept thinking, 2 days. Yahushua in the grave for 3. I'm going to be effed up for 2 days. 1 day lesser than him. No, I'm not doing no stuff. It's just such stuff. I couldn't go on my high. Doped up on some stuff. All of these are Coca-Cola on back. But see, it's certain things. Now, I used to drink. And I wound up getting tricked into smoking because I thought smoking weed was dumb. It was stupid. It made no sense whatsoever. And I told my guy, I said, this is just dumb. I said, just dumb. I drink. I said, what you smoke for? You look stupid. So you want to smoke some? I said, smoke some ribs. I said, barbecue, nigga. Why you smoking? It's stupid. I just got on. I told him, I said, what it do? It said, none. I said, none. I said, let me see. I'm wearing them, I let them have it too. Because I told them, this is some idiot stuff here. I said, what it do? And I smoked that thing, and I felt like I couldn't touch the ground. I said, oh, goodness. I ain't supposed to be here. I said, oh, my goodness. I said, oh, I get out of this one here. Oh, no. I'm done. I said, because I ain't never been high. I said, oh, no, can't do this again. Woo, no. But I got back down, I said, man, y'all got some more of that stuff. And life began. But I'm just being honest, that's where I was. And folks will pull you in. You gotta have some grounding. So I did that and drank. That was it. I ain't putting nothing in my nose and no pills. I just nope. Do something sociable, drink and just drink. That's natural. And then with Bill, I had watched Fred Sanford. He got me on that one. He said, he said, there ain't nothing but some bar and oat. He said, really, it's just cornflakes in a can. No, he said that's all he had. He said, I got some oats and barley. He said, what's in it? He said, just cornflakes in a can. And then when I kept it, I said, see, Steve, it hurt you. Because It was a joke, but I was saying, really, I ain't even doing that wrong. They never drinking cereal. See, people, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing something, even though it might come comical, it can justify what you're doing wrong. So that's the thing that you start learning, how these people set you up and they do stuff. Because they know that people out here don't know how to think when they watch. I ain't trying to teach you about intelligent TV watching. These people give you stuff to get you off. Bad, piss poor information have hurt us a lot of time. A lot of stuff we watch and we do, even forming our life from television. So that's why you got to be really objective on so much information. You can't examine everything. You need to, because everybody playing you. You're the person, the most victim to you're the biggest victim of everything. So you can't afford not to be objective when you're watching something. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to things and see what's the real content, what's the message. What are you really trying to get me to see or do? What you trying to get me to buy and what you trying to get me to accept? Like they had the homosexual show, they called it The New Normal. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that show they had? The homosexual, the man, yeah, it was a TV show. It was hot for a minute. Y'all remember it called The New Normal. What was it called? The Modern Family. I thought it was something. The Modern Family, that's what it is. The Modern Family. Now, let's go there. Y'all remember The Modern Family when it came out? What kind of family they got now? See how? But you remember the TV show came out. That wasn't a big play yet. See how they introduced it to you? They had to get you to watch it. It's just a comedy. Nobody don't live like that for real. Just stop taking everything serious. How everybody living now? Right. But see, they introduced it to you to television. They got you to accept and realize. You know what I'm saying? It's funny though when you look at it. It's funny the gay guy and then you got this. Now this is your life. Now they got in your school and they teaching your kids how to be homosexual and they sell them operation. Because that's the modern family. You got the modern Bible, where they're going to move away. They've been working on this since late 70s, early 80s, where they were going to move away from Adam and Eve and move that already to Adam and Steve, or say we didn't know. They've been working on this project. But see, before you put it out, you got to make sure you got enough for the players out here that sit down and look at that don't bother me. You know, whatever people do, whatever float your boat, they get you in these sayings and get you comfortable. Before you know it, it's going to come. The thing is, it comes back to affect you. Because the people who you say, it don't bother me, that people's choice, well, now they teaching your kids. See, what you thought didn't hurt you, and that's really killing you. Now they telling your kid that really you get operation without your parent permission. But see, you bought into the modern family. That's what they want to say. They looked at the ratings. You bought into so much, now they look at it does hurt you. Y'all got it? And that's what we got to start being more objective about, watching things and looking, protest against certain things to say, I don't agree to it. I don't consign to it. If that's your choice, that's you. I'm not doing it. End of the story, I'm not doing it. I ain't buying into no conversation. I'm not calling no man, no miss. I ain't calling no miss, no sir. It ain't happening. That's your choice. Don't fight me, fight your penis. That's right. Hey, man, say you got a Bojana. I ain't gonna do that. Ain't that right? That's it. I'm not gonna be arguing about no Bojana. Talking to you, sir. I'm not gonna be doing it. You have a Bojana, ma'am. I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy. They know, well, you know, career. But see, this how they gonna get you. It's my job. Look what they got everybody. This how they get. Look at the people you getting to do it. You forcing people who in career oriented jobs to look at now. This is my job. I might not agree with it, but it's my job. You see how they get it, and now which means you set out for the money. See, that's how they gonna get all these people. It's the money. What you gonna do? Everybody gonna say, man, it's a job. You know what I'm saying? It's just a job. Whatever they want to do. But see, they getting you to consent to something. You gotta be careful about it. He told you that if Kataim entice you, sinners entice. Ma'am, you gonna still be a man to me. That's all. You can get mad at me. I ain't gave you no Bojana. I ain't no use to get mad. I ain't no getting hot at me. That's your Bojana. I mean, I'm not finna say him be arguing about you have a Bojana, ma'am. I'm not gonna be calling you sir. Ain't that right? I'm not gonna do it. You're a man, you got a pickle. I'm not gonna call you no ma'am. I'm not having that conversation. Can keep moving, whatever. I'd rather not call you, just leave you alone. How about we just quit talking there? I'm not finna say him. I'm not be arguing with nobody. I'm be arguing with you about what you are. That's stupid. You know what you are. I said, so whatever was written before was written to teach us, show us, instruct us.
So that through endurance.
Going through without.
And Through the Nakum or the Ketubim,
Through the constellation, the prize, or the writing?
we might have Tikva.
Do y'all care? Do y'all care?
Yes, sir.
All this would put him, and this 15 and 4 said more than a whole lot, just for the fact they tell us what it's there for. So he already know when I go through this, if it bring him to teach me, show me, instruct me, there is some stuff that I'm gonna see, I ain't gonna like it. I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna want to agree to it. But in order to get me to do it, it's also in here too to keep you from quitting. Because I know it's something you're going to read that's going to make you want to turn around and say you don't want to do it. But it's also set up to keep you from quitting. And what's going to keep me from quitting? The fact it's a reward behind it. When you're doing something, have a reason for it. My young people, don't just be doing something to do something. People say, I'm just doing something to do something. Like people say, well, just do something to do something. I don't just do something. I do something because that's what I want to do, or it got to make sense. As you get older, you'll stop doing young people. Like a lot of them here, they're young. When you're young, you just find stuff. I just want to go out, just ride around. I don't. Gas, time, and insurance. Where we going? Let's just ride around. I ain't getting no call with nobody to just ride around. I'm going to sleep. I'm not finna just be riding around. When you young, you ain't got to do, you trying to find something. So yeah, of course you want to ride. When you get old, you been around, I done seen it before. I don't have time. I ain't got time just going nowhere, just be riding around. I just ain't got time. It's dangerous, too much going on, and you in Atlanta, too much traffic. You don't do most sitting and riding. Soon as you get wide on, you stop. Sit there for 45 minutes and then ain't no damn accident. Now it's time to turn around and go back. Now to piss y'all these folks come be standing here, you looking at that light trying to find when the police, the fire truck riding, nothing going on. What the hell is stop and go traffic? Ain't no red light on the expressway. What you stopping for? Bumper to bumper, stop and go traffic. Stop and go, where they going? You know it's so bad, niggas so dumb, they don't put a red light on the damn expressway. Why I need a red light to tell me when to go? I'm an experienced driver. This what y'all do, I know your asses. Top of the damn. That's when your ass start looking. You start looking from the top. So you know as you coming down, you gauge to know how fast I need to be going to get over, or I need to be a little slower. That guy, I never get to bottom no damn expressway and look me in no car, lock up. Get right down the bottom, both of y'all locking up. Are you serious? You supposed to made your mind up and your ass turned on him. I can tell you get mad at them folks too. Get right at the top of the expressway, ain't looked at nothing, and get the bottom and then look over like, who gonna let me over? I see folks riding in the emergency lane. Are you serious? There was common sense stuff we drove. That's called an acceleration lane. That means you coming with your speed. You got to make a judgment to get on when you're at the top. You can't get the bottom and decide at the last minute. Woo, folks so retarded. Now that pissed me off. Now, let me just say, I ain't gonna be able to hold y'all 5 minutes. That funny? You don't laugh, you don't play by time. That revolving Shabbat come back. Now, let me get there right quick. Give me Olive Yeukana. I'm trying to let y'all go in. Olive Yeukana, I'll talk to y'all long enough tonight. But not hopefully, you call my expectation is that 1 John, they call it, is that Yahuwah will grant y'all to get some understanding of what I told you. Hold on, Beth, I'm sorry. 2 and 10. I think it's 2. Beth, 2 and 10. Simple as Beth. Second, Yucatan. I think it is. Two and 10. Let's see, that's what I want. Well. See, 1 and 10. I know it was 1 page. I was saying, Beth. Reason why I called it Beth, 2, because I called it more than one time. 1 plus 1 is how much, y'all? That's all I'm saying. Let's just work together. We'll be ready to fight. All right, 1 plus 1 is 2, ain't it? All right, 1 and 10. Let's see what he told. Matter of fact, back me up to 7. Let's just say. Let's see what happens. Listen.
For many deceivers are entered into the Alahym, those who do not confess that Yahushua HaMashiach came in the Basar. This is the deceiver and the anti-HaMashiach.
Well, and this is what people look at, and when people talk about confessing, let's think about something. So the difference with us now, we'll look at somebody say, I believe that Yahushua came, like we say, I believe Jesus came in the flesh, he was the Son of God. So you believe that you was a confessor. The difference, if you pay attention to this, people weren't to the same aspect we were. Either you actually believed it or you didn't. So the problem we got with we had different sets, and these would be people of our own. This ain't white people, Romans, Greeks, so get out your mind, okay? We had different sets of people, of our people. We had the Tsadyq, what they call, you can understand the Tsadyq, people more for vows. You had what they call the Sadducees. They believed in no resurrection, nor do they believe in Malkuth. You told them the other day, a Malkuth appeared to me, and the Malkuth told me, you can forget telling them, they don't believe in it. They don't believe in no resurrection. When you die, you don't come back. But yet they were believers of the Torah. A lot of this, if you look, that wasn't something they saw a lot of. They didn't watch people raise up from no dead. People died, they were gone. Where was Musa? He came back? Yahushua, who they call Joshua? Musa, we talk about Musa, all the people, Abraham. So you can understand kind of why they saw things. When people died, they died. Even he talked about in the second chapter of the book of Acts of the Shalum, when Cuff was disputing about Yahushua, he said, let me speak freely of the patriarch Daud, that he is both what? And still him. So what, you trying to tell me, you trying to convince me of a resurrection? That's hard for me to believe when these people still dead and these were patriarchs. These were people after Alahym on law. So I want y'all to understand something when we're talking. Because a lot of times as a Christian antics, you'll read it and you won't think about the type of people they dealt with. The people they dealt with disputers were their own people. So this is why they're trying to tell you about there are many deceivers that are trying to tell you this man did not coon. See, if you remember when Yahushua moved in the 26th chapter of the book, you don't have to go and get it, 26th chapter of the book of, 26, Matthew, Yahoo, I'm thinking. 26. How many is it? 28? 28, 27. Should be 27 then. Later down in the writing where they told them that they was going to put a stone, they were going to set watchers there when Yahushua moved. Now they made this consensus with Prejudice, remember? Because they were going to try to keep him from, they didn't even want that out. Because the whole thing was, remember, he told the people, I'm going to go to Jerusalem. There I will be taken and I'll be murdered. Moot. They're going to murder me. Moot don't mean just cruel, it means to murder. And I'll be buried, and in 3 Yamim, I'm going to coon, which means I'm going to zarak, I'm going to rise from the dead. They look that we can't have that. Especially if our teaching is we don't believe in resurrection, I can't have you getting up. What did they do for my teaching? Just killed it. So what am I going to tell people concerning about resurrection? Yahushua coming and then he resurrected. What am I going to teach them? That makes me a deceiver. Because I don't want to change my doctrine. See, that's the same thing. Listen, there's a lot of Christian people. I talk to people. Let me tell you what happened. Y'all just don't know. He would roll with me one time. You remember one time I was on the phone with some preachers and they would talk to me. You remember I was asking them questions, trying to get answers? What you remember? They're asking me questions. They're asking me questions. Now, I don't tell y'all who it is. No, I don't do that stuff. That's not nothing new. Because I don't need no fame off that. That don't do nothing. I've been that do nothing for me. Whatever I can impart them, if it'll help them, you'll be surprised what they'll try to go and introduce back to their member and throw some arbory stuff out there and make it look, they member, make them look like they study, that they got some information. You just ease a little something there so they members will say, oh, Thomas, man, I want to know something. My pastor know a little something too. I ain't worried about it. Listen. Get what I do. I ain't trying to steal no more. They fine. They fine. That don't move me at all. So I ain't no person, I could bust your man. I ain't got the time. I ain't busting nothing. Do what you do. The issue is people know, people want to know. And they need to know. So then what they'll try to do too, they want to know what I say about certain things so they can try to read the study to see how to combat it. That's fine, because I already know you ain't got nothing. At the same time, they trying to learn because they know it's coming back up. These people looked at that. They can't have that man come and teaching this stuff and make them look like a fool when he get up. You just destroyed my whole ministry. Yeah. So these people look at, hey, I can't have you teaching it. Why you think he's telling you to deceive it? How you going to deceive me unless you come to me like what? Like what? I can't hear you speak louder. Like a companion. Or like you teach the same thing. How you going to come to me deceiving me, totally teaching different than what I teach? That means you're not deceiving me. You're going to deceive me by trying to convince me of. You got it? By having similarities to get me to do it. And this is why he's talking. See, when these people read, they don't think. All they think is Christianity. See, if you meet somebody say, you believe Mashiach came in the flesh. You believe he came? See, you're one of us. Don't believe. People will say whatever to fool you. But these people, when this conversation, these are people that will come and try to get you not to believe. For many deceivers are entered into the alarm. Those who do not confess that Yahushua the Mashiach came in the. This is the anti-Mashiach. They're against him. Guess what you'll find with what do these people call themselves? These Jews. Ashkenazi. The reason why they have a problem with Jesus, the name Jesus, which is completely wrong, even with Yahushua, they don't believe he came yet. People don't realize, a lot of people, they teach it. Hebrews like, it's camps to tell you. They'll tell you, they don't believe it. They'll tell you, I don't read no New Testament, read the Old Testament. He ain't came yet. They know it because he was going to restore something up. But see, this is what the problem is, which is true. He was coming to restore to us a Malkuth. Problem they got, they just read 14th chapter, 1 Corinthians 17 verse. It just talking about the kingdom of Alahym. Said not meat and drink. But it's righteousness, joy, and we're in the Ruach HaKodesh. Romans 14:17. Let me hear it right quick. See, he told it right. See, this is what he meant. Because he said he was going to restore the Malkuth to us, right? Well, let's find out what the Malkuth was. See, they can look at the physical. That's why when they met him in the first chapter of Exodus Shalum, if y'all remember, they told him, will you do what? Restore. See, so that's why they say he ain't came. Because you heard what they asked, restores the Malkuth. Well, the first Malkuth is inside him. Let's see that, 14:17. Let's see what he told you. How many of y'all wait on the Malkuth Alahym, kingdom of Alahym? Well, let's see what it is so you don't miss it. Listen.
For the Malkuth of Alahym
is what?
Not eating and drinking.
Guess what Yahushua told you he was going to do when he get in the Malkuth?
Eat and drink.
That's what they waiting to do. He said that's not the Malkuth. He told he waiting to do what he get in here. But see, some people get it. Cause go off. See, that's why I'm drinking. We're going to be drinking and getting high up there. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just stop it. Because people looking. He's trying to tell you the Malkuth, the empire of Alahym, is not eating and drinking, but
Tsadyq.
Being, see that? Righteous. And
Shalum.
Health, wealth, prosperity, and what else?
Shusha.
Where is it at?
In the Ruach HaKodesh.
That's what he came to restore to us. See, let's see what he told you in 7:38, Yukonon. It ain't that hard. No kud, no foot, listen, it's just the book. Yes, but they don't know how to think like that. Why I just told y'all what we need to deal with first? Inner man. Wow. Where the Ruach HaKodesh going to be in the flesh, on the flesh? Inner man. You see what they needed? What they looking at? That's why they fail. Every time these groups come up, let's go back to Jerusalem. That's your first problem. Mm-hmm. I don't know where Jerusalem at. Second, you trying to go get something. He told you that's not the Malkuth Alahym, not eating and drinking. We can go ahead. The Malkuth Alahym starts in him. Yeah. That's what he told you. This is 7:38 of Yukonon. Listen.
One who amounts in me, as the Kitab said, from his belly shall flow Naharim of Kaimaim.
Let me stop. I'm finna add these folk where they belly at, but it's on the outside. So I can't do that one. Can't use that one. It hangs so out. It's supposed to be on the inside, but some of them is on the outside. So on the inside, look what's going to happen. See, he talked about from the belly. We're going to flow rivers of, hello?
Kaimaim.
That'd be surprised. You go back and do this. Go look at any rivers and see what you see find. You'll find other little animals, you'll find grass, you'll find stuff growing, because it'll bring life. It generates life. He said, that's what happened when I put the Ruach in you. It'll generate it. Living waters. Those waters move. The heart, they continue to move. You look at, I'm just telling you, look at the difference when you see moving water versus sitting water. Y'all got it. I'm just being honest. Sitting water, cess. You been in a cesspool. What moving water? It get the moss in it, it'll clean it, purify itself. Mm-hmm. That's what they try to tell the Ruach HaKodesh. So in order for you to understand it, they use water for purification. Amazing when they got baptized, he got baptized we'll say they were baptized in the Jordan pool. Said what now? Wow, it's amazing. That means it was moving. It's amazing. And he's talking about living waters in you. That's what they do. It brain water. I tell you what, let your blood sit still. I guarantee you're going to amputate something. Because you know why? It ain't getting no life. It can have blood. It need to be moving to have life. See, so what he's saying is not hard for people who can understand basic science about the human anatomy and who understand how life works. Living water. Say water sometimes hard for it to get oxygen. You have to dig a pond a certain way to get it to hold place and get oxygen. And you ain't gonna believe it, it's gonna get fed by a river. You have to feed it with something. See, a river come to bring life, to restore it, and it get it to moving. Hello? Even with light, you'll see them. They're gonna have streams gonna run out from. They're gonna feed it, ain't gonna take out. Cause life if I feed you life, I gotta take that life and put it somewhere else. Same thing your body does. That blood don't just stay in the arm, it need to move through the fingers. Otherwise you're gonna lose them. Everywhere that blood don't move and don't go, you're gonna lose it. Your eye, your hair. Anyway, guess what happened with hair loss? Blood. Wow. So I want to get hair back. What I need to do? I need to get the blood to circulate down. So you want to get life with Yahuwah and life existing with him, you need to get the blood. Hello? You need the blood. See, everything he tells, is this not practical? You can see for yourself. People go, they had to amputate the leg, amputate the foot. Ask them why. No circulation. That's what the man told. What did the man tell? Listen, and then the man talking about from his belly is going to flow water. It's a difference between real. Why he just say water? It's a difference. It's going to flow. It's a constant. It's a constant. You're trying to live forever, right? Yeah. Then you need something constant. How about if I give you rivers? Yeah. Huh? Give you the heart. You need something constant. Y'all got it. There's no lake. Anytime a lake ain't getting fed by rivers, it's going to dry out. Yeah. It's got to be fed. Listen, you know what they call those rivers? They call them veins. That's how your blood flows, through veins. Like a river, you have all of the makeups of the rights. I don't know what people thinking. Come on, Philip. This is what he told them. This is what happened. I'm flowing, living, Cain, listen.
He said this about the Ruach.
He was talking about the Ruach. What happened?
That those who were born in him would receive.
Because what?
The Ruach was not given.
Because what happened?
Ruach was not given before Yahushua was Pa'ar.
So guess what happened? He couldn't give it till after he had got the kabul, got the glory. And he got the glory in his mood. And his glory, or how he got it, was the same way that Shamshun got it. He got it in his death. He killed more men in his death than he did in his living. That got him the kabul. In his death, he did and saved more. See, through his death, when he took all them down, those were the enemy, those were the ones that oppressed us and kept us bondage. And when he killed them, that was salvation to the rest of us. Right. That's how we knew when Yahushua came and he died. That man was granting salvation to us. Yeah. And also, you ain't gonna believe it, he restored us to Malkuth. Let me tell you, what kind of people you think were happy playing when other folk were ruling over us, beating on us? They owned us. They controlled us. We didn't get happy till they were gone. That's what he was trying to do. I gave you the Malkuth. He said what he told you. It's righteous. Now you can do what's right. It's Shalum. Get what? Now your health and your wealth. Them folks take your stuff from you. I came to give you Shalum, which is health and wealth and prosperity. I want you to have that. That's yours. Y'all see that? And I want you to have shusha. I want you to have joy. But you can't have it when you're oppressed. Hello? How old you got? Let's see right quick. Say that Oriel right quick, 169. Let's just see what it says. How about that? Oriel 169. They call it Luke. What is Oriel? Yahuwah shine. Y'all shine. Let's see what he told them. This is what happened.
And he shall cause a horn of Yeshua to sprout from us.
And now he talking about one off a car, off a steering wheel, talking about strength. Yeah, think about the olive. You know why you look at him his strength? Just to put it in his horns too, in his neck. He said he gonna raise up a horn, an olive, a horn. Huh? He'll use that in his strength. He said he gonna raise us up a horn of salvation. Listen what happened.
In the Beth of Daoud, his abad.
You gotta tell, cause you just told me where is it coming from? So I need to know where to look. Otherwise, I'm going to be searching everywhere. So I already know where to look for, that he's going to raise up a horn strength. Where is it coming from? Out of the breath of Dawood. So guess what they tell me based off of our lead? Let's look at parent root. Let's take the house, the beth. Then we're going to take the noon, the seed. These are called parent roots. When we put two parents together, what do you get? Son. Exactly. Son. That's what I got, son. So guess what I was looking for? I was looking for Dawood. Since he's going to raise him up from Dawood, I'm looking at out of the house of Dawood. That means I'm looking for Dawood. Wow. You picked that up too? That's why it was so important when he asked you, whose son was he? I need to know where to look. Otherwise, I'm going to be searching everywhere. It's coming out of the house of Dawood. That means it's his son. Why am I looking at Dawood? I'm looking for his son. Now I got something to do. Now I got something I can work with. I don't care where it come from. As long as I get, that's your problem. See, I got to believe like the scripture said. That's why he told you, if somebody's trying to tell you that the Mashiach hadn't come, and it's not a based on it, you said, like when we were talking, she said Mashiach came. She said, well, he came out from Simeon's house. I'm pale. She again, I don't play this. She don't even know what she's talking about. The man clearly tell me where to look at. It's coming out the house of Dawood. I need to know this. I need to know how to believe. I just can't, I got to believe a certain way. That's the only way this works. That's the only way I can receive it. I have to believe a certain way. This is how I have to believe in order for me to be saved. You can't just believe how you want to. He's going to raise up us a horn, bring strength. Where? Out of the house of Dawood. Listen.
As he spoke by the paw of his Kodash Nabaim.
Wow. Just like he said before. This has already been referenced concerning Dawood. So I already know this ain't something that just fly by night happening. It's already happening that I know to look to Dawood's house. That he done told him, and Dawood even testified himself being a Nabal, that Alahym done swore that there was not going to be a man that failed to sit upon the throne. And the throne was always passed down from father to son. Oh, that was important for us, that he was going to sit on his throne. He tried to get it. He gave everybody opportunity to do it. Even with Dawood, he told him. I mean, even with Shalum, who they call Shalum, he tried to tell him, if you walk in all my ways to keep it, he'll let him sit. But I already know you ain't going to do it. He already had a man prepared for it. Just like when he took Yasakak up, who they call Isaac, he already had a ram in the bush. That's why it made sense when he got here. It made sense. He was able to solidify himself to show you that I come from that lineage, that I fulfill all of your writings. When he came and sat down in the 4th chapter, the book of Orion, the 16th verse, and opened up the book and told the Ruach of Alahym is upon me. He has Mashiach me. Let them know I came to bring glad tidings. You know why he told you that? Because that's the Malkuth out here, but they missed it. Why would he tell you he came to bring good news? What good news do you hear some good news? That's what I come to do. I came to give you the Malkuth. They were looking for physical. He said, nigga, you had the physical, get an F that up. Now let's start looking at the inner man. They missed it. And you know what he told them got through? Said this day, it feeling your hearing. He told you, I came to hear, open the blind eyes. That's Shalum, ain't it? So he was telling them, I'm here to give you the Malkuth. And they missed it. They want to, will you restore it to us at this time? I guess they're not paying attention. What you think he came to do? That was good news. I came to give it to you. But see, because we always looking for so much carnal stuff, you miss it. If you don't get nothing here, the physical not going to work. They had the physical, they lost it. So if I give you the physical, what you going to do with it? Keep it? How about I give you the one on the inside first? The one on the inside will help you dwell on the one on the outside. That's what you see. Everything they want, you had it. You lost it because it wasn't in him. Y'all got it? Let's see what he told you. As he spoke by the paw of his Kodash Nabaim, who were from long ago. What happened? Listen what he said he gonna do. Listen.
Yeshua from our enemy and
hold on. I need them to move too. Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, salvation. I heard that, Buster. That was a nasty too. I heard it. I heard I heard your boy back there. Listen, Yeshua from
our enemies
And
from the hand of all who hate us.
what that do for you? Came to give you the glad. See, I'm trying to give you the Malkuth, but they were looking at the physical. I'm trying to get you. This is with Shalum. I'm trying to get you away. I'm trying to break you away. All that you need that. Come on.
To carry kindness with our abode, and to Zakar his Kodash Berith.
Say that and remember Zakar. This is what he wanted the Zakar. Mark to remember his Kodash cut. He said that was my Berith. I marked this so I ain't forget it. I ain't forget I was supposed to do this for you. What else happened?
The Shabbat which he Shabbat to Abraham, our Abba.
The oath which he swore, which he Shabbat. Shabbat, is that what it is? Shabbat to Abraham, our Abba. Well, you say our Abba, you say Abinu. Abinu is the word for our Father. Come on. Not for you, I'm just saying, Father, come on.
To rescue us from the hand of our enemies.
Listen.
And to give us to serve him without Yara.
See that? This is what happened. Listen, to rescue us from the hand of our enemies and to give us and to give us to serve him. Guess what keep you from doing what he's supposed to do? Fear.
That's right.
That's what they had in Mizraim. Did they go and keep that 3-day feast at the first? Because they feared. Pharaoh told them to get back to their work. See, people don't realize, he realized you needed that. You needed that shalom. You need that where nobody put their hands on folks. Why would somebody that hate me be over me? He said, why would you think that I gave you that? That's part of salvation. The Lord gave me this mean old boss to beat me up because he want me to have a riding boss. He said, I can't deliver you from the hands of them that hate you. He said, I can't see nobody hating you being over you. Why would somebody hate you? What would they do to you if they hate you? They were over Yahushua. You know how he did that? He gave him into the hands of people that hate him. That's why he know for a fact it ain't good. They look at he said, these people hate me for no reason. Somebody just walk and just spit in your face. You relate me. You don't need to be over me. You just walk up and just slap the piss out of me and holler, who hit you? Are you serious? Everything he said I came to do, it was because he had to be delivered from it. Why you think he delivered you? Listen, why would I give you somebody to try to rule over you or try to help you that don't understand what you went through or going through? It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. Yahushua know everything we went through. The book said you don't have a Rosh Kohan that can't feel your infirmity. That man said it written in their law. They hated me. White people ain't got no real reason to hate you. Cause your skin, you stink. Cause you ugly. Come on, man. You uglier than me. In the day of the week. Just stop it. There ain't no reason. He looked at, why would he? I can't deliver you from that. But my people love people who oppress them and be over them. My people love them. Trump, Biden, all that. These people can't be over me. It's retarded. I can't have these people. They can't rule over me. The people rule. Why? He said, I can't deliver you. What am I praying for? These bastards? I'm praying to get out from under people. He said, so you can serve me. Most of us are afraid. A lot of people will be him. A lot of people be him. Fear got them. They fear. They're going to lose their money. They're going to lose their job. They're going to lose their reputation. They're going to lose their connection. I just been with you. I don't give a damn. These people don't control my end. End of the day, I ain't telling no lies. I'm telling people the truth. Who they talking? What? This white people. Who rule over white folk? Got white folks oppressed?
Nobody.
When this happened? They don't even have it in their right.
Nope.
Probably the only people they got can write in their right. They've been ruled over, been oppressed, been white as Irish people. People don't know Irish people were never considered to be white. That's later on. They were never white. Most people don't even know that either, do you? No. They were never considered white. That came later. That came later. After the Revolutionary War, after that, later on, they started trying to recognize them as white. Irish people were never recognized as white.
It's true. It's true.
I know they don't know no better. Don't worry about it. You keep reading your coloring books. You call it history, I call it coloring book. They just make a fool out you. Listen, come on.
In wholeness and in Tsadyq, before him, all the Yamin of their Kai, of our Kai.
And how?
In wholeness.
How I mean? Complete incompleteness. So it makes sense when he asked the people and say, do you want to be made whole? In wholeness. Can you mean incompleteness? You know you're incomplete when you can't do everything that man tell you to do. You incomplete. People, I'm going to turn in work sometime in a folk market. You didn't get an F. You didn't get an A or B or C or D. You got an I. This is incomplete. You say, what? Say you ain't completed. The so-called nigger man has an I. He don't have an F where he failed, a D for a diamond. He has an I because he is incomplete. He's not a whole man. And that's why he tried to tell you, I want you to be a whole man. You need to be everything that man and destructive had designed you to be. And we haven't. Because nobody never talked to her. Everybody told the best way, be quiet, be passive, just keep your mouth closed, wait on what's coming to you. No, we got to go up and do just like Caleb. Let her go up and take it at once. We be well able. We be well able. These people done reduced us down now. We're afraid. They take what's rightfully ours. He done train us now, let them handle it, give it to them and do that. We've been letting everybody handle it. I ain't got what belong to me yet.
That's right.
I don't know who else had to give it to. It's just being honest, as a people, we just hadn't had it. We're not complete. And he realized that I don't make you, I mean, it's even sick. Why would he tell a woman, you want to be made whole? He said, if you sick, it's something missing. Because I gave it to you. If you sick, do you know that we sick? You know what we say? Hey, man, how I'm feeling? I'm sick, but I'll be all right. How am I gonna be all right? I ain't whole. I can't be all right till I'm healed. Why would that man give me healing and I'm all right sick? Because the Lord don't want me to worry. Where you get this stupid stuff from? Everything he wants to do, he said, everything I mean, he said, it's by my pleasure to give you the Malkuth. He said, I want you to have it. I keep that mind. I want you to have some fun. I want to have some fun. Why wouldn't you want to be? Because they teach you so, get your mind committed to suffer, be without, don't want nothing, be content. This man, who make me well? So if I'm sick, what I need to do? I need to talk to him. I need to talk to him. I got to talk to him. And then I want to be made whole. I want to be made whole. I got to get to be whole. And some of my restoration is going to be my deliverance from under people that hate me. He told me to deliver me from the hands of my enemy. Why my enemy giving me shots and vaccination? Why am I going to see my enemy for healing? Okay. That's where we at. Now we got to educate our people and teach our people from the word. We got to also teach. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to let y'all go. I'm trying not to. Let's see, do something different. We're making some adjustments on some things. You need to know science. You need to know the astrology. You need to know it. Because y'all know what taught it. They brought them inside the Malkuth, the inner sanctuary, and they taught them science. They skilled them in all this stuff. You need to know it. You need to know what they're using against you. That's why we're not winning, because we don't know what they use. Some stuff I remember we had before, ignorant, blood pressure pill is rat poison. Just dumb. And it ain't dumb for no reason. It's dumb because they teach you just enough. They'll show you a rat on the ground and an X on the pill saying this is rat poison. That's how many of y'all heard it before? Blood pressure pill is rat poison. Okay? Intelligence, okay? Give you intelligence. Always combat stupidity with intelligence. That is an ingredient in blood pressure pill. The problem with people with blood pressure is poor circulation. The blood is not moving. It's thin and it's moving, okay? So what they realized in doing was taking that same product in the blood pressure pill, putting it in rat poison, okay? So when the rat eats the poison, the problem is I need him to bleed out quick. Part of what makes him stink is the fact it's setting too long. Just like your dead body laying down and it stinks so bad, the blood, you get the blood out so it don't stink, bleed him out quick. That's all they did. They give him a blood thinner. The blood thinner bleeds him out. There is not a blood pressure pill made from rat poison. But when you're dumb and retarded and you let YouTube be your teacher, you'll say stupid stuff all the time and look like you have a brain. You don't have a brain, okay? You don't even have a brain because you don't know. You didn't research. You just shot some out your mouth. You saw YouTube. A lot of these people, they're YouTube students. These folks don't teach me from you. These people not my teachers, okay? I don't pay these people no attention. But they run fast and they think they learn something and they make a fool. What they learned was it thins the blood. They put it in rat poison. They don't give you rat. Let me say something. What does rat poison? Who know what rat poison do? Why I get think? What does rat poison do? How long it take? Months, years? So you taking blood pressure? How many years? How many years you been taking Blood pressure pill, insulin. You was what, early 30s? And now you're in 70s. Most women been taking rat poison for 30-something, 40 years. Rat taking one time dead. Because people stupid. It just thin the blood. But see, you need people to go out and be stupid like that. Because these are the people that hurt your cause. I'm telling you, this is how they set you up. They put just enough misinformation with a little truth. Guess what, man? And you mess up a whole lot of people, and now it get bad. And so all you need to do is get it to the right person start taking their blood pressure pill, right people pin you down, now they can charge you with murder. It's just reckless. And have I been reckless before? Yes, very reckless. I taught Jesus Christ. You can't get no reckless than that. I taught misinformation too. I got it. You get half ends of stuff you do. But we got to be able and big boy enough to come back and make correction. I was wrong. I saw this wrong. This was the right way. They give it to you on purpose. They want me to take misinformation too. They need me to get out. Because once they can kill your credibility, they know you can't. White man do it all the time. He get here back. All they need me to do is preach one big lie. I'm done for the rest of my life. Not intentional. Anybody could have done it, but Tom Smith, oh no, that's it. He got to burn the day in Sheol. They do it every day, twice on Sunday, still saved. So that's why when we come, we have to cover so much ground, and we have to be so detailed about certain things so you'll know. Because these people definitely want you to get some bad information to get you off, include me. That's just how they operate. The reason why our people are not better in our living is because of all the different things we deal with. We deal with a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff you got to rationalize and deal with from your health. Why this happening? You constantly keep looking, I'm being punished. I'm being punished for my fathers. I'm being punished for their punishment. I can't get in. It's the 10th generation before I can get in. All these things he put down, that's the Torah. That's what it is. But the man set up amendment. He came, just like he made amendments to fix it where you can get in. And it's the Torah. It's there. Where it came to count you out and kill you and take you down, it came in to liberate you too and count you in. But you got to be willing. You keep holding on your past the way it drag you down, and you don't learn to grow from it and learn to understand how this thing works. And it needs to be conviction. Yeah, you need to feel bad when you do right. I'm not telling you to run throw no party. No, you need to feel bad. That's the first thing that you got to have a remorse. And why a lot of people ain't going to be saved, they're not remorseful. I heard a lot of y'all, you're not remorseful. You're not ready for salvation. Because you don't feel like you really been there wrong. You just feel like I did it because, it's confession time. That's not what it is. Let me tell you something. The day of Yeshua, salvation, which means you got to become sorrowful, Alahym sorrowful. These are things you ain't never got to worry about me doing again. Right. Never get up, hey, I'm jacking off. Soon they get through, go ahead and jump. Yeah, I know, I said, jacking off again, checking off. And the thing is, I ain't blaming you, it's just you ain't ready for repentance. You ain't ready to be saved yet. Because you don't see the dire need. See, let me tell you something. You can want something bad enough. I don't mean you don't get it. When I say that, well, I don't want to say it that way. But just because you could be honest and you can really be forthgoing to do that, and that's your intent wholeheartedly, don't mean every obstacle ain't going to come. You be a fool to think otherwise. If you just honest, you just go, he's really going to attack. Satan going to attack. He's going to take you down. He's going to try to get you off. And he needs you to fail so you'll say, you know what? I already done tried it with everything. It didn't work. Desires don't go away. They desire you. That's what you want. You got to stop feeding to it. Desire don't go away. That's something you stop wanting. Okay? That's it. Chitlins was a desire. I don't desire chitlins. Porky might desire chitlins. Sometimes it's certain things you desire, certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to look at the end of the day, what's attached to it. Adultery, fornication, that was my game. I mean, that's what I did. I mean, that's just how I live my life. Then you get to what? They ain't your desire no more because I want to live. So everything you start attaching to living. That is, everything. Everybody we got them. And they're there for a reason. Your old habit, always don't just die. They don't just die. They're going to come back. It's been a while. Sometimes I could taste a beer. I ain't had a beer in over 28 years. But I know what one tastes like. I ain't going to tell that lie. I know exactly how it tastes. I know the suds. I know how it looks. I know when it's cold how it tastes. I know room temperature. Over 28 years. I ain't got to think. I know exactly how it tastes. Isn't that right? But at the end of the day, I know what I got to do. I got to live. And to live, I got to resist that. It'll come back and say, been so long. I wonder how I want to taste now. That's how a lot of people get gone. And they be right back at that one bill before they back at the keg. You got to keep resisting, and things gonna come. Just because you stop it, it gonna come back to try you. Desire, they come back to try. Where you at? Where you at, nigga? Nigga, what you doing? Nigga, you all right, nigga? Come on, nigga, come on. Nah, come on. You can do it. And that thing that you out there, you gotta learn. No, I can't do it. And you gotta know your life attached to it. So when you attach your life to it, that make a deal. Them people, when they made a vow, they made it under a curse. That not knocking y'all got them to stay. You think about, hold on for a minute. Like folks say, we were kids, I told you to say, so you be like, you did something, be like, nah, swear to God. Cross your heart, I hope to die, stick a needle in your eye. You be like, nah, that's serious. You don't want to do it. They say, are you done it? When we were kids, wherever you were scared, swear on your grandmama grave. Oh, man, that's tight. You got to do that number here, cross them toe, them finger or something, to get grandma out of it. Grandma finna be dead, but my grandma ain't dead. You playing around, she might be. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that as a kid, you be like, yeah, you don't lie on your grandma. They folks looked at you with low back then. You lie. Now I'm sure they ain't never. Back then, you look at me, you lie on your grandma grave. That was something sacred, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but so that's what he looked at. When Malkuth, y'all had who they call, what the name they call him? I can't remember. Nehemiah. When he originally, he made them do it on the curse. Everybody put themselves on the curse. People, I ain't put myself on the curse because you know what you're going to do. I got this thing on the curve. I far away from there right here. Ain't no getting back. That's why I ain't doing it. He put it first. See, you try to put too. Why would I try to put too much of myself? If I'm serious about it, I don't want to die. Listen, what I'm gonna do anyway. If I don't let's do that. I don't put myself on no curve, and I go on out here and mess up. What that mean? I'm gonna be saved? For me, I lied my way through life. When you've lied, I lied my way through life. I had to put it hard on me so I wouldn't try to get around nothing. Because I will sneak, I will get around, I will manipulate, I will figure, I will conjure and get myself out of it. So I had to put myself on the curse. That's just being honest. I mean, I wouldn't tell everybody to do that. I wouldn't tell because you ain't me. I'm telling you where I was at. I'll get around it. I'll find a way to get around it. I'll find a way to repent again. I found a way to say, now I'm serious. You know how many times I did that? Too many times. Got so old with that stuff. You know what? This time, I'm finna be so for real. I'll right back. I try to come back. I'm talking about, but now this time, that's it. And listen, right back. Just get old. And so eventually you had to realize, I can't keep doing this. You can't keep starting over. A lot of y'all good with it, that's where you at. Because you ain't serious. And the game you playing is all you doing is a game with yourself. He don't even recognize what you're doing. All your I'm serious, all your I'm doing, only time you wasting your own. How you can waste his time? He like, I ain't regarding nothing you said. I knew you was a liar. That's what I had to realize. The whole time I thought I was making deals with him. What deals you make with me? You a liar. What deal can a liar make? You are a liar. Had to start lying to myself. Had to get real with myself. Just tell y'all, because I know what people deal. I know what you face with and what you got to do. Don't go put yourself out. I'm going to be like, put myself, that ain't what you want to do. Don't be sick. For me, I want it to die if I can't do it. That's where I was at. I'm not. If I can't do it, I don't want to stay here and waste up no time. I don't want to get nobody off. I don't want to do it. I had in my heart, I'd rather die than keep going. How miserable I felt. I got so tired of getting them. You know what? Just kill yourself. I just got tired of getting that point to where you just realize I got to get serious about it. I got to stop starting over and keep going. And you be like, oh, what if you keep going, then you mess up? One day at a time. That's my practice. What's the day after tomorrow? What's that day called? Sunday? Day after tomorrow. I won't worry about living right there till I get in it. I'm living right now. I'm going to do the best I can while I'm there today. That's all I can give me. Till I get through the day. I ain't going to try to live right Sunday till I get there. How am I going to live right? I ain't even there yet. I'm going to live right Sunday, come Monday. Let me get through the day. How about that? He even told me sufficient today. Let me get through the day, okay? If this work day, when I get to Sunday, I will repeat the same action. That's all you can do. If it worked, Repeat the same action. Different things gonna come at you, but repeat the same actions. That's all you can do. Y'all trying to live right next week, go ahead and do it. You made it next week yet? Where you at? Well, let's live right today. Let's see, you gotta think further than that. I can't go no further than I can live. I can think far as I can think all up to March. I can think up 20 years from now. But if I don't get through the day, I assure you that thing in 20 years ain't gonna help me up the road. Let me get through the day. This works, I repeat the same action. That's how I've been working it. I got past that trying to, man, I gotta live right the rest of my life. And in my mind, I'm thinking, 100-something years. Nigga, you be out here in 2 minutes. Just get through the day. Because when you gotta look at your mind thing like that, that's a long time. No, it ain't. You'll be out of here in a minute. Just get through the day. Y'all understand that? That's my principle. I don't let about force me to live right for no whole year. Let me get to it, all right? When I get there, that's how old folk were. They'll deal with it when they get there. Young folk, they too far up the road. Let me just deal with it when I get there. Take your time. Let's just get through the day. Y'all got it. Slow down. Slow down, Whip. Let's get this a new day when it's Shema set. You hadn't done no wrong. Keep that practice up all the way to the sunset tomorrow, all right? Then what we'll do now, if this works, then repeat the same action. That make sense? Yes, sir. I wouldn't tell you to try to do it for no month. Try to run through no month. Let's just get through one day at a time. Right. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. That's two. Who said Mr. Yahuwah?